Still muted. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hi. Hi, Allie. Hi, Ash. If you guys see Twilight Princess in the chat, she is one of my original viewers. So say hello to Twilight Princess. Thank you so much for showing up. And welcome to all the new ones. They're all new friends I've made at the Mirage Noir Discord server. So thank you so much for supporting the stream. And I see Ash subbed at tier 1. Thank you for that, Ash. And thank you for all the first time chatters. Welcome. Hello, Vertem. Vertem is also one of my OG viewers as well. So please say hello to Vertem. So thank you so much for all the new people as well as the OGs. Thank you. All right, let me turn back the audio again. How is the game sound? Is it too loud or? Less would be the hour difference. Okay, it's good. All right. All right, I have the Discord open, so anyone who's chatting on Discord, I will also be able to see that as well. All right, let's go. Let's get started. Oh, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you for gifting a sub, Ash. Oh my goodness. Thank you.
꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요?
Oh, I forgot I had that set up. Ash, did you see? I forgot I had a bunch of Tears of Themis like chat commands open. So like if you I forgot what the chat commands are. I totally forgot them. But if you put in like I think thanks might actually be something. It might trigger Marius to show up. If you type the word bread, I think Luke will show up and so on and so forth. So yeah, just keep I'm gonna try it. Let's see. Come on. Is he gonna show up? Come on. Luke. Luke is embarrassing me. Alright, Luke is not gonna show up. Well, oh, okay. But let's see. I am still. Oh, there he is.
전화를 왜 이제 받...
There he is. Alright, he did show up. Okay. So. I'm still like undecided. Should I start from the beginning or should I start from the second demo? Because it's been a while since I've done the mini demo. So I don't know. The beginning? Okay, I'll start from the beginning then. She's over there. Don't let her get away. They're so persistent. Can't they just let me go? Guess not. A gunshot echoes behind me and I reach down by instinct, but then I remember I lost my weapon long ago. I have to just outrun them then. The way back home's blocked, so the office is probably the safest place to hide for the night. The problem is I need to lose these guys first. Let's see, I saw a bunch of them in front of me earlier. Then I ducked into an alleyway on my left, and then took 2 rights after that, so... Oh my gosh. I remember this choice. Oh goodness. I think they should still be on my right, so I'll go the other direction. I head off towards the left, straining my ears for any sound of my pursuers. When I don't hear them after several seconds, I let out a sigh of relief. Okay, good. I think I managed to avoid them. I should get going before they spot me again. Made it back somehow. Good thing I still have the keys to the office since I've been pulling so many all-nighters lately. Alright, let me see what chat is. Chat is blowing up on Discord. No one playing it. Okay. Alright, I'll just keep going. The place is dead silent, but that's not surprising. After all, the clock says it's 2:30 a.m. Guess I'm not sleeping in my own bed tonight. I think that's the 4th time this week. What a terrible night. They chased me around half this. Alexi's about to show up, okay? You know the scene. She gets the. Whatever. They chased around half the city, and I didn't even get any of the info I needed. What a waste of time. Or maybe not. The fact that there was so much security there means I must be on the right track. I think I'm getting close to the truth. Oh my gosh! You got auto. Okay, let me allow you. Okay, there it is. The fact that there was so much security there means I must be on the right track. I think I'm getting close to the truth. Just one more piece of information, and I'll be able to put this 4-year-long nightmare to rest. Maybe then, Fio will... Anyway, how do I get back in there again? I move over to my desk and sit down heavily in the chair. Tonight was a failure, and I'll only be more alert from now on. I doubt a repeat performance will get me anywhere. But what else can I do? I'm running out of options now. See, there's Alexi, and Sammy, and everyone else. Anyway. The photograph sitting on my desk is facing up today. On most days, I can't bring myself to look at it. Maybe I can ask them for help? No, it's been too long. We haven't spoken in years. They probably wouldn't pick up even if I called. Besides, I don't want to drag other people into my problems. And in the worst case scenario, one of them might be the culprit. What if I hired someone else then? That would cost so much money though. Money I don't have. I guess I could take a loan from the bank? That, or maybe the loan sharks down the street. Twilight Princess, this game is gonna be released in 2026. I'll probably be in crippling debt for the rest of my life, but if it's to solve this... Huh? What was that noise? Is there someone else here? A sudden sound from near the doorway catches my attention, and instantly I'm alert again. Is it the guys from earlier? If not, maybe... My phone's in my pocket. I try to unlock it quietly, but I immediately notice a more pressing problem. Why did I leave my computer screen on? I'm basically telling them exactly where I am. I need to get away from here. Maybe I can hide under the desk and call for... Something forcefully presses against my mouth, and my consciousness starts slipping away. I can't die yet! Not until I... Huh? Wait, that's... No, don't! What is this? What? Is this Fio, I think? I think this was Fio. Uni, can you hear me? Huh? Ow! Ow, 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 ow! My head! Why does it hurt so much? Hey, you alright? You just hunched over all of a sudden. It scared the crap out of me. Sorry, my head's killing me. You're not hungover, are you? You said you went straight home last night because you didn't want to deal with the rain. But I should have known you were out partying. You're the alcoholic here, Fio. It's part of the job. What, you want me to turn down free booze? I glance around, trying to regain my bearings as the pain in my head recedes. I'm in the plaza right now. Oh, that's right. We plan to meet up before work today. This here is Fio, my best friend. We've known each other since we were young. We lost contact for a bit when he went to different colleges, but We've reconnected since then. I don't have many fond memories of the city, but as long as Fio is here, I'll always come back.
そうそう。あなたに素敵なことを教えてあげる。
Alright, thank you for redeeming
私たち
the
天女島の
credits.
女にはすごい秘密があるの。
Is this still the only demo? This is the expanded demo. So when I played it before, it was the mini demo, but this one has more of the prologue, I think, as well as some routes. So it should be longer than my first run. Seeing her again is almost worth the astronomical rent I have to pay. Almost. Fio's profile has been added. You can check by clicking Evidence button in the top right and navigating to the Profiles menu. From this point forward, there will be no more notifications when profiles are added or updated, but be sure to check after big events. The entries will be updated as Uni's thoughts about the person change. If it's not because of drinking, then are you sick? You really don't look so good. I don't know. I had this daydream? Vision? I'm not really sure. I was working on a case at the agency late at night, and then I think I got kidnapped. They pressed something against my mouth, and then the memory of getting grabbed from behind comes rushing back, and I shudder. Fio grabs my hands, and it's only then that I notice they're trembling. It's okay. It's just that overactive imagination of yours. I mean, we talked on the phone last night before you fell asleep, remember? And you're here now, safe and sound. No time for you to get kidnapped. Besides, you should have known it was a dream. Mr. Potato Head would never let you touch actual detective work. Hey, it could be a premonition of some far-off future. You never know. Were you old and gray in your vision? I hope I'm not still working when I'm that old. I would be much happier retired somewhere cozy with you. Fio. Actually, speaking of Fio, didn't she come up? It was, I suddenly feel a sharp pain splitting my head open. So intense I almost pass out. I quickly take a few deep breaths, trying to steady myself so I don't scare Fio. What the heck? This has never happened before. No matter how scary a nightmare I might have had, what's going on? Maybe it wasn't a nightmare after all? But if not, then what was it? A vision? Have I actually gained future sight? No, that can't be it. Even if it's in the future, why would those dangerous people be chasing after me? Also, there was that photograph. The rest of the dream is a bit hazy, but I remember that part very clearly. I recognize some of the people in it, but that's impossible. A photo like that shouldn't exist. After all, they live in a completely different world from me. We don't know each other personally, let alone enough to take pictures together. I can't help feeling like I'm forgetting something important. Ow! The more I try to recall, the stronger my headache seems to be. It's almost like my head's warning me to leave it alone. Are you feeling good enough to get some breakfast? Let's relax a bit at the bakery, okay? I'm still worried about you. I can't send you to work looking like that. I can feel Fio's worry for me, and I quickly push all the thoughts of the nightmare or vision or whatever to the back of my mind. It shouldn't bother her about it anymore. I'll deal with it myself. Sure, some hot tea sounds great. Sure, some hot tea sounds great. I love you, Fio. I don't know what I'd do without you. I should get carry-out while I'm there. Knowing Mr. Potato Head, he'll ask me to run errands as soon as I get to the
꼭
office.
지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
Okay. Anyway. I should get carried while I'm there. Knowing Mr. Potato Head, he'll ask me to run errands as soon as I get to the office, so I might as well get a head start. Let me see actually what is triggering Marius to show up. Marius... Shh! The quiet shoe sound. Wow, that's weird. Why does he keep showing up? Anyway, whatever. Let's see. If I remember correctly, he usually likes lattes on Tuesdays, and then 4 blueberry muffins, 6 croissants, 3 sesame bagels, and 1 glazed donut for the rest of the office.
쉿. 꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
Oh my gosh, why is Marius showing up every 5 seconds? What is going on? Oh. Let me see. Actually, I can't update it because I can only update it after the stream. Oh well, you're gonna just keep having him show up. Anyway. Oh, sorry. No, it was my fault. Are you okay? I bumped into a guy with pink hair, so that's not the only thing that stands out. Oh my god, every time you type Marius, I'm pretty sure he's gonna show up again. Whoa, he looks like a model. He could give Bio a run for her money. Yeah, I'm fine. Hey, wait, isn't this guy... Uni, if you don't hurry up, I'm putting everything on your tab. Bio's already holding the bakery door open, an impatient look on her face. No, I won't have enough to pay this month's rent if you do that. Sorry for bumping into you. Bye! Wait. I've never had someone run away from me before. Did she not recognize me? Whoops, I don't have much time left before the stream. I need to finish buying the materials first. Oh, looks like there's a press conference going on at the palace right now. Wonder what that's about. I'm going! And that concludes today's press conference. Okay, I can't do Sasha's voice, y'all. Oh my gosh. Let me close my door. I'll be back in a second. Alright, let's... I think Berton was originally here. I think he was able to drop by for part of it. Alright, let me try this. What a load of bullshit. Anyone with a brain can tell that he barely keeps any of his promises. Disease running rampant, a useless figurehead, new serial killers popping up every week, and crime at an all-time high. So much for the world's golden standard. We're responsible for the last one, boss. Oh, speak of the devil. I don't know, how should I do Thierry's voice? Even when I did the mini demo, I wasn't able to decide what Thierry sounds like. Like, I don't know. Did he just skip over me? Come on. No! They missed. I think they just skipped over. Wait, go back. He has to sound elegant and refined. Okay, should I do a British accent? I think I did a British accent last time. Oh boy, I can't remember if you did a voice for him in the mini demo. Please don't. Don't trust me, okay? I'm like... Oh gosh, okay. Oh, Sasha and Alexidorla. Pardon me, I thought you had left already. That was quite the interesting press conference, Your Highness. Yes, well, thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to tune in. Wouldn't have missed that clown show for the world. Oh, well, regardless, thank you. You were on your way out, correct? Please, don't let me keep you. You better watch yourself, yeah?
꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
You're getting a bit too comfortable. We're letting a lot of these regulations go as a sign of goodwill, but don't think we don't notice you overstepping your bounds. I'll keep that in mind. Those Dorlas are quite the handful, aren't they? Dr. Killian, forgive me, I didn't see you there. That's alright, Prince Thierry. You've had a long day. I suppose I have. I'm gonna decrease the volume of this. Anyway. I'm sorry to bother you at this time, but could I borrow you for a bit longer? Voice acting is actually one of the stretch goals for this game, so if you do want voice acting, you can support the project on BackerKit, and they might still be taking late pledges, so yeah. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. We're all waiting for it to release. It can't release soon enough. Is it urgent? I have another meeting later, so I was hoping to catch some rest before that. I'm afraid it is. I need to review some of the budget cuts with you before the next council meeting. Proposal was wonderfully drafted, of course, but Medwise would like to make some minor adjustments to it, particularly to how the resources are allocated. You understand our concerns, don't you? Very well. Lead the way. Oh, Sammy! Oh my god, you're gonna do a Sammy voice? Oh no. I actually tried to make him sound like he's perpetually sleepy. I don't know if that's what y'all want. Sammy! It's not looking good for our hero here. I suppose that's my cue to save the day. Now then, how should I interrupt the meeting today? Got it. He's going to hate it, which means it's perfect. Newbie, are you done with those papers yet? There's another pile here for you to go through. My boss, derogatorily named Mr. Potato Head, appears in front of me as I'm getting settled in for the day. On it, sir. I've been here for 2 years already. How much longer is he going to call me a newbie? Just grin and bear with it, Uni. You can't get fired now. Who else is going to pay for Fio's caffeine addiction? I return to my computer screen, thinking that the conversation is over, but he clears his throat loudly and taps his foot until I look back up at him. Well, not the current black icon, the black icon that did the blackout earlier. Anyway, don't give me that attitude. This is your punishment for getting my coffee order wrong this morning. I was very explicit about what I wanted. I'm really sorry, sir. No, I got you what you asked for, and then you changed your mind. Your memory may be fading, but mine still works really well, thank you very much. If you finish early, let me know. I have more papers you can go through. Of course, sir. I'll let you know if I do. As if I'm going to do your work for you while you play poker on your phone. I'm going to win the award for World's Slowest Worker today. Watch me. So much for the beginning of the rest of my life. College advertised it as something great, so I worked hard for it. But is this really it? It's just paperwork day after day. Where are the exciting cases I was told about? The robberies, the murders, the crime scenes. Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. What? Murdered? Did I just manifest a dead body? I strain my ears to listen, but I can't hear anything other than frantic gibberish from the other end of the line. Yes, of course, we'll head to the scene right away. George, with me. George isn't here right now. He's been on smoke break for an hour. What? Good riddance. Then Vanessa, you come with me. She's not here either. I don't think she even came in today. I make a show of glancing around the empty office, and he finally seems to notice that I'm the only one currently here. Is there seriously no one else besides you here? It looks that way, sir. Better than nothing, I suppose. You better not slow me down, newbie. I'll do my best not to, sir. Are they actually gonna put me on a murder case for once? Well, I guess I'll be nothing more than a sidekick, but still, I never thought I'd graduate from the days of doing lost and found jobs. Okay, Uni, let's do our best. If we do a good job, maybe they'll promote us from coffee girl to fax machine girl. Dream big. Uh-oh. The phone rings again, and even though I don't know who's called yet, I can already feel a familiar feeling of resignation rising up within me. Now what? Hello, Douglas Detective Agency. Yes, you'll send someone there right away. Crap, maybe he won't notice me if I sneak away now? I'm halfway to the door when he spots me. Newbie, there's been some trouble over in the plaza. Go resolve it. But the murder case... I can handle the crime scene investigation by myself. Report to the plaza. I told them you'd be there in 5 minutes. It's at least 10 minutes away. Even if I run, there's no way this guy doesn't secretly hate me. If she goes, then she gets to meet Alexei, right? But what if I though? He seems momentarily stunned. I've never talked back to him after all. Please, sir, I'm a fast learner, and I promise I'll follow all your directions. No. I think I don't remember what I picked, to be honest, but I don't think it changes the outcome, to be honest, looks like. He shuts me down with just one word, and I deflate. I know when to stop pushing it. I understand. I'll be at the plaza right away. I drag myself to the plaza, spirits thoroughly dashed. Just when I thought I could finally do something worthwhile, I get relegated to side tasks again. What do you mean? Side quests are fun. The person who made that call better have had a good reason. Oh, well, it was my fault for getting my hopes up. Now then, what am I tasked with doing today? There are people whispering around me, so I shuffle closer and shamelessly eavesdrop. Are you serious? Is no one going to stop him? Don't look at him. You might catch his attention. Ew, what a weirdo. They don't teach decency these days, obviously. Huh, it does sound like something's actually going on. I thought it would be another case of people arguing with restaurant workers or something. I follow the trail of whispers and find the topic of the commotion. There's a guy stumbling around the square, yelling obscenities at everyone and everything that passes his way. A drunk this early in the morning? If I wanted to deal with people like these, I would have signed up to be a cop. Why are detectives getting assigned to these cases again? I guess I should do something about it. I still need to pay this month's rent. Excuse me, mister? I approach cautiously, making sure to stop a couple steps away. The man spins around, eyes scary and feral. They keep darting back and forth as if scanning for threats, and his entire body is tense. Okay, I remember when I played the mini demo, I thought he was on drugs. Like, not gonna lie, I thought he was on drugs. Weird, I've never seen anyone act like this while they're drunk. You're causing a scene. Can we move this somewhere else? I know who you are. They sent you, didn't they? I'm sorry? I won't let you take me. I refuse to die here. He unexpectedly lurches forward, and I let out an undignified squeak as I barely managed to avoid his errant fist. Holy crap, this guy's a psycho. Sir, please calm down. His hand shoots out and grabs my wrist. wrist, squeezing hard. I let out a yelp, trying to tug my hand out of his grip, but he doesn't let go. Help! I glance around, but even though the commotion has gathered quite the crowd, no one comes to my aid. It's kill or be killed! What? I'm not here to kill you! Please, let go! That's what they all say. I won't get tricked again. You just want to take me back to that room again, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. Let go! I yank my arm back, but he releases his hold as soon as I do. So I end up stumbling on air and tripping over my own feet before falling to the ground. Ow! I don't have time to rest as he starts moving towards me again. I quickly scramble backwards, but he moves faster, hand reaching for my arm. No, Bio, help me! I refuse to go through that treatment again. I'd rather... She's not interested, dude. Take a hint. The body suddenly slumps over a little bit away from me, and I quickly move away. Thank you so much. You okay there, girlie? Isn't that Alexei Dorla? What is he doing here? My surprising savior comes in the form of a rather notorious gangster. Even I've heard of him. Yes, thanks to you. You saved me. I've seen this guy from far away before, but I can't believe he's actually talking to me. He's not exactly famous for good reasons, but it still feels like I'm meeting a celebrity. No worries, I hate pushy guys like him who can't take no for an answer. Here, let me help you up. He offers his left hand and I reach toward it before realizing it doesn't fit. Have all the guys made their first official appearances by now? If we count the black sprite for Sammy, then yes. If we don't, then no. But otherwise, we have met Jem, Thierry, and Alexei. He offers his left hand and I reach toward it before realizing it doesn't fit. He notices as I'm trying to awkwardly turn my hand to fit his, and thankfully retracts his hand and offers me his right one instead. My bad, it's a habit. You're a lefty? Not really the most pressing question to ask at the moment, but it's out of my mouth before I can stop myself. Okay, I'm gonna say this. I have been doing this like voice for Alexei, but I remember when I did the mini demo, I kind of regretted not giving him a Russian accent. Well, my poor attempt at a Russian accent. So should I give him a Russian accent or no? Just a question. Or I can make him Italian. I could give him a Mario voice. If you want to try, then go ahead. Okay. I can try for a Russian accent. We'll see. Our main Alexei fangirl has gone to bed, so I can do whatever I want now. Yeah, handshakes are a pain, as you can imagine. Thought being ambidextrous might be good for my job, but nope, couldn't do it. My right hand's as useless as they come. Up you go. Oh my god. I was like, oh, time at a Russian accent. Okay, let's go, keep going. He helps me to my feet before stepping back, hands in his pockets. You a new cop? I haven't seen you around before. No, I'm actually a detective. Yeah, why are they sending detectives to do this? Don't you guys have more important things to do, like investigating dead bodies or other fun shit like that? Yeah, I wish. It's usually just lost pets or cheating husbands. Sounds boring. No offense. None taken. I can't believe I'm having a normal conversation with this guy. I've heard so many stories about how he rips off people's arms and kicks dogs in broad daylight, but I guess they're not all true. Anyway, time to take this guy to Medwise. Oh, and let's leave out the fact that I hit him and just say he got a concussion from falling down, yeah? I glanced down at the man lying face down on the ground between us. There's already a blossoming red wound on the left side of his head where he was hit. Oh no, I couldn't make you do that. You've helped me enough already. I'll take him there myself. It's no biggie. I was about to head there myself. He cuts off, eyes suddenly hardening. I glance over to where he's staring at, but I don't see anything weird. Sorry, girlie. I'll have to retract my offer. I'll make it up to you sometime. Oh my god. I like, the funny thing is when I do Russian accent, I immediately go low. Like, I'm going so low right now. It's like his voice is lower than it should be, in my opinion. Anyway. Oh, okay. I'm not really sure what's going on, but I nod anyway. Although he seems friendly enough, he is an infamous gangster. Maybe it's a good thing we're not going together? As expected though, he doesn't seem to know who I am. I wish there was a way I could ask him about that photograph without sounding crazy. I poke at the guy on the ground to make sure he won't wake up, and continue his weird tirade from earlier, but he's still completely out cold and doesn't even twitch. Unsurprisingly, Alexei Dorla is pretty good at knocking people out. I sling the guy's arm over my shoulder. I have plenty of experience dragging a drunk Fio home, but this guy is significantly heavier, and so I stumble a bit under his weight. As I drag him away, I take one more glance behind me. Alexei Dorla is talking to a woman I've never seen before, and the two of them appear to be arguing. Ex-girlfriend? Law enforcement? Oh well, none of my business. Actually, this guy's also not my business. How did I get stuck delivering him to the hospital again? I momentarily entertained the thought of calling an ambulance, but then I remembered that the last one I called ate up half my paycheck. Walking it is. Whoa. Medwise is our country's most prestigious hospital and research facility, and it goes out saying that I've never set foot in here before. I brought him here because Alexei Dorla said to, but was it really a good idea? Maybe I should have dragged him to my own doctor's office. Oh, but that's so far away. I can feel my bones creaking already. Thankfully, there doesn't seem to be a line, but the receptionist doesn't look up at all, even when I stand in front of her for several minutes. Excuse me. I try to clear my throat in several different ways, but there's still no response. I found this guy collapsed outside. Can he get checked out? Do you have an appointment? Oh, so she does know I'm here and is just ignoring me. No, like I just said, I found him collapsed outside. We don't have any openings for next month. Please make an appointment next time. Sorry, my bad. Is there any way he can see a doctor even without one? It might be an emergency. Do you have an appointment? Well, he'll probably be fine, right? I don't think Alexei Dorla hit him that hard. Maybe I can just dump him in the corner and leave. I've done enough good Samaritan deeds for today. Besides, this guy should just be thankful I didn't drop him in some trash can after what he did to me. I'm in the process of accidentally leaving him on the floor when I hear someone clearing their throat behind me. Oh my, are you a patient? A kind-looking lady materializes in front of me. She must be one of the doctors here, given the long white lab coat she's wearing. Hopefully she'll be nicer than the receptionist. Oh hi, sorry, I found this guy collapsed in the plaza. I know there are no appointments left, but is there any chance to get looked at? That's very nice of you to do for a stranger. Believe me, I wouldn't be here if he wasn't practically foisted on me. Is he inebriated? We have some resting rooms where you can put him in until he wakes up. I'm not sure. At first, I thought he was, but he was being strangely aggressive. Maybe he's just a violent drunk? The doctor frowns a bit, and then reaches forward and examines his eyes. Oh dear, another virus patient. I almost fling the guy off of me. I must look completely panicked because the doctor reassures me quickly. Don't worry, it's not contagious like that. You'll be fine. Despite the reassurance, I hurriedly set him down in one of the chairs and scooted away as far away from him as possible. What kind of virus is it? How should I describe it? To put it simply, it amplifies your negative emotions and paranoia. It can even cause hallucinations. It's really quite sad. I guess that's why he was so aggressive earlier. But I didn't even know there was a disease like this. That sounds so horrifying. I mean, he just attacked a random stranger. I don't even know what would happen to me if Alexei Dorla hadn't saved me. Why isn't anyone talking about this? It sounds like a big deal. The doctor must notice the look on my face because she gives me a comforting pat on the arm. Don't you worry, sweetheart. Here at MedWise, we're working hard to develop a cure as soon as possible. I can't divulge too much, but we're nearing a breakthrough. That's good. I hope the cure gets completed soon. As do I, of course. Anyway, I've taken enough of your time. I'll take this guy back to the examination room, so you're free to go. Thank you for bringing him over. She slings the man onto her back and carries him with ease despite her slight frame. Maybe she's had a lot of experience doing these things. Oh, don't worry about the payment. It's covered. Be careful on your way home. That's good to hear, since I don't actually have the money to pay for a stranger's hospital bills, especially at a place as prestigious as this. But I'm still surprised by her words. I think she did look like this. I think she did. Why aren't my medical bills covered then? And so I'm back here again. She didn't have one? Okay. I wander around aimlessly, trying to figure out what to do next. Mr. Potato Head's... I'm so used to seeing her now that I'm like, oh yeah, she's always been around, but apparently not. Anyway, Mr. Potato Head's probably not back at the office yet, so maybe I should go do something while I have an excuse to be out. But what can I do? I was at work, and it's not like I know anyone else I could hang out with. I'm usually fine alone, but it's times like these that make me realize I really only have one friend. Well, who cares? Bio's amazing, and it leaves me with a lot of time for myself too. Now then, what super fun and exciting individual activity should I do? Just as I'm debating going to the lake to skip stones or staring at a wall in a cafe, I spot some commotion out of the corner of my eyes. There are a lot of police officers in the alleyway between Celestial and Cosmo Lux Hotel. I wonder what happened. Wait, isn't that the crime scene that Mr. Potato Head got called in for? Should I check it out? Take a coin out of my pocket. Oh, I made a Two-Face joke with this. I don't know if y'all are familiar with DC Comics with Two-Face, but in DC Comics Two-Face, he's a Batman villain. Half of his face is burnt, and because of his childhood trauma, he also has like a coin thing where he flips the coin and decides what to do. That's what I thought about. Heads, I'll check it out. Tails, I'll go back to the office. I flip the coin. It lands tails. Oh well, I don't believe in things like luck or fate anyway. As soon as I get near the alleyway, I get stopped by a policeman. I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave, young lady. Civilians are not allowed any further. Figured it couldn't be that easy. I'm a detective from the Douglas Detective Agency. At the policeman's blank look, I gesture over to Mr. Potato Head. My boss is over there helping with the investigation. Who? Mr. Potato... I stop before I can call him by the nickname I know him as, then something dawns on me. What's his actual name again? I scrounge through my memory banks for any hint of it, but I come up blank. Did he really never tell me his name? Or was I just not paying attention? I wouldn't just forget it, would I? Miss? The policeman calls out to me, looking increasingly more suspicious, and I scramble to come up with a name. Oh, Douglas? Who? The one over there near the dumpsters. I helpfully point to where Mr. Potato Head is, and hope it's enough to placate this policeman. Oh, Bill? His name is Bill? Why are we calling it just Douglas Detective Agency then? I guess Bill Detective Agency doesn't have the right ring to it, but still. Yeah, that's him. The policeman is silent for a couple of moments, and I'm thinking about pulling out my identification card when he sighs. I'm not paying enough for this. Fine, go ahead. Whoa, it actually worked.
쉿. 꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
I'm so confused. Why is Mario showing up? I don't understand. Whatever, he'll keep showing up. I give him a quick nod and scuttle into the alleyway before he can change his mind. Mr. Potato Head still near the dumpsters, talking to another investigator. I make sure to slowly inch closer, outside of his line of sight so I can eavesdrop. This him? Yes, forensics confirmed it with a DNA test earlier. Huh, guess even gangsters bleed red. Gangster? Could it be Alexei Dorla? No, the timing doesn't match up. Then... There's a group of policemen surrounding the body. I slide closer and stand on my tippy toes to peer over them. Oh yeah, I remember this. Any of y'all like OG Mirage Noir fans remember how it was like a rough sketch version of this? No amount of mystery novels or detective shows could prepare me for the sight of an actual dead body. My breakfast with bio threatens to come up, and I forcibly push it back down. Come on, don't get sick. They'll throw you out of here for sure if you vomit. You'll have to see this kind of thing if you want to make it as a detective. Pull it in and get used to it, Uni. I take a couple of minutes to compose myself before glancing back over at the corpse. There's not even that much blood, and it's not that gruesome either, but the context that this is an actual dead body makes me feel a little queasy. Wait a second, this guy looks a little familiar. I've definitely seen him somewhere before. He's one of the Dorlas, right? I'm not too familiar with them, but I do know the basics. They're this country's biggest gang. Some say that they have enough power to rival even the royal family in Medwise. The guy I met earlier, Alexei Dorla, is pretty high up there in the gang. And if I remember correctly, this guy's also in that inner circle. When Mr. Potato Head mentioned a gangster earlier, I thought he meant some random grunts, not one of their powerhouses. How did someone like him get murdered in an alleyway like this? Was it turf war, infighting, or something else? Misha from the Dorla gang, right? I think this is just some drunken brawl. That guy always was arrogant. Yeah, the guy always was arrogant. I wouldn't be surprised if he pissed off some dangerous people. Seemed to be asking for it, in my opinion. Good riddance. Well, better off without him. What a condescending attitude. He really has zero compassion. He continues to yap about every little annoying thing Misha has done in his life, and I decide I'm not going to waste my one chance listening to him. Time to investigate while he's distracted. Well, as much as I can from here anyway. It might not amount to much, but at this point I'm desperate enough to try everything. I pretend it's not a real body, Uni. You can do it. Okay, let's see. It sounds like there are two policemen conversing about the body nearby, so I try to listen in. Yeah, that's right. He was hit cleanly from behind, no other signs of struggle. There's a big gash in the back of the right side of his head. The blood looks to be dried already. Any substances in his system? Nope, all clean. So he wasn't drugged? Was it a sneak attack then? Wait, doesn't he usually wear a ring on his hand? I vaguely remember seeing it before. Oh, it's not there right now, but you can see an indentation on his finger. You wouldn't kill him just to steal the ring, right? I don't know much about jewelry, but I don't think it was that expensive. Initial findings has been added to evidence. You can open the menu by clicking on the button in the top right corner of the screen. Why are we still here again? They've already arrested the culprit. They did? Yeah, Sasha Dorla and his bodyguard both have alibis at the time of the murder. The only one unaccounted for within this inner circle is his younger brother. There's already an arrest warrant out for him. Wait, are they talking about Alexei Dorla? That's strange. Already? Since when did they work so fast? Yeah, it's weird. I heard someone from the royal family wanted this case closed as soon as possible. The royal family? I knew Sasha Dorla was getting a lot of power, but I didn't realize it was enough to catch the crown prince's attention. That prince is always so indecisive and hesitant, but I guess even he's putting his foot down in this case before it gets out of control. Well, you know how much he and Alexei Dorla hate each other. They're always butting heads in public. I'm not surprised His Highness jumped on the chance to get rid of him once and for all. Thanks to that, though, it looks like this will be an open and shut case. Before I can hear anything else, someone grabs my arm roughly and pulls me aside. What are you doing here? I thought I told you to handle the other case. Mr. Potato Head glares down at me and I give an awkward laugh. I finished already, sir! I was passing by here on the way back to the office and I thought I could help with this investigation. Help with this investigation? Don't make me laugh. We're leaving. But they might have arrested the wrong guy. Shouldn't we let them know? The wrong guy? Yeah, if you look at the body, you'll see that... Listen, newbie. I've been doing this gig since long before you were born. This field, evidence doesn't matter. The sooner you get that through your head, the better. Huh? But you're a detective. Yeah, we're detectives. We're not heroes. We say what our clients want to hear, and that becomes the truth. In this case, the royal family has already arrested the suspect, so there's no need for evidence. They're just gangsters anyway. Honestly, I'd say they did us all a favor by taking themselves out. I know what he's saying is how the real world operates, but to hear it straight from an experienced member in the field does sting a little. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Good. Now let's go back to the office. Excuse me, sir. The policeman stops us before we can leave, and he doesn't flinch even when Mr. Potato Head levels him with a patented scowl. What? Do you mind taking this to the station? It seems the inspector wants to see the report. He holds out a stack of papers that Mr. Potato Head sneers at and does not take. Isn't this your job? Yes, but he specifically asked for you. Fine. These people think they can just order me around. So he says, but from the way he's puffing out his chest, he's obviously very proud he was asked for that, specifically. Newbie, we're dropping by the police station before we go back. Me too? Alright, let me take a sip of water. The police station is crowded when we arrive, and a police officer ushers us into an empty room before rushing off to do something else. Mr. Potato Head paces around the room, mumbling something under his breath about being made to wait, and I do my best to stay out of the way. Why do you even bring me along? I thought he'd jump on the chance to tell me to go back to the office first and finish his paperwork for him. Newbie. I didn't think he'd voluntarily start a conversation first, so it takes me a few moments to realize he's speaking to me. Yes? How has work been? It's been good. Good. This is so awkward. Small talk is already hard enough, but it's even worse with a boss that doesn't like you. How are you liking the new snacks you got last week? Oh my gosh, this is so awkward. Oh, I've only tried the pretzels so far, but they're good. The crackers are even better. I got them on my recommendation. Honestly, they should have just listened to me earlier. I've been telling them to stock up on them for years. Ah, I see. Thanks for the recommendation. I'll try them tomorrow. Good. Can we please just go back to not talking? Excuse me. I'm saved! The door opens and a policeman comes in. He barely spares me a glance, focusing all his attention on Mr. Potato Head instead. Inspector Clouseau is ready to see you. Finally! You'd think they'd be prompt if they asked for my help. Newbie, stay here and wait. Okay. Don't tell me he made me come all the way here just so he could flex that the police needed his help. I glance around to see if there's anything I can read or occupy myself with, but I'm not sure if there's any top secret information hidden in here, so I decide not to risk it. Guess I'll just sit here and stare into space then. Thankfully, I don't need to wait too long. I soon hear some commotion coming from outside. Feeling a bit curious about it, I slide over to the door and peek out the window. There are a lot of investigators running back and forth barking orders. They all seem very busy. I wonder what's going on. I doubt it's because of Misha's case. The police at the crime scene hadn't acted with any sort of urgency. Thank you for the hydrate. Also, I'm curious because I'm not hearing the audio sounds. When you hit hydrate, let me know if you hear the audio, because something's supposed to play when you hit hydrate, by the way. I haven't heard it, but just let me know if you hear it. Hey, watch it, yeah? Oh, that's Alexei. Hey, okay, I'm gonna do that. I don't know whose voice is what. Anyway, from the little window in the door, I watched as Alexei Dorla passes by. He looks to be in handcuffs already, and the policeman behind him shoves him forward. What's the rush? Don't I normally get a chance to post a bail before getting locked up? Did your old age make you forget protocol already? Be quiet, you criminal. Extra cranky today, aren't we? Keep laughing. You're not weaseling your way out this time. You should lighten up a little. I know someone who stresses out as much as you do and his hair is already entirely gray. Wouldn't want that happening to you, yeah? The policemen snarl something else, but they turn the corner soon after. And I can no longer hear them anymore. Okay, so it's just me not hearing the sound. Okay. It's like the policemen snarl something else, but they turn the corner soon after, and I can no longer hear them anymore. I wait to see if they'll come back, but after a couple of moments of nothing, I leave the window and go sit down in one of the chairs, thinking back on everything I've learned so far. So they actually did arrest Alexei. Though from the way they were talking, it seems like this might be a special case. I wonder what's going on. Mr. Potato Head doesn't normally get called in on police business like this either. Who is this voice? I don't remember whose voice is what for these question marks. Oh, I forgot, it was policemen. Who are you? The door opens and several police file into the room. They all stop when they see me, and I quickly stand up. Hello. I'm a detective at the Douglas Detective Agency, and I came here with my boss. He was summoned earlier and told me to wait here. Oh, I did see him with the inspector earlier. It looks like that might take a while, though. Great. I'm sorry to ask this of you, but do you mind moving? This is the only empty room right now, and we have something urgent to discuss. Oh, of course. I'm really sorry. No need to apologize. I quickly scrambled to leave the room, almost tripping over air in my haste to get outside. Phew, good thing I didn't, or that would have been one of the most embarrassing memories that I randomly remember at midnight for the next 20 years. The hallway is still crowded with cops, busy with whatever important case they're working on. None of them stop me from wandering around, though I do get a few curious looks. What should I do next? I let my legs carry me on autopilot as I consider my next course of action. Oh! Is there an ad? Granted, that doesn't matter because all of you are subbed right now, aren't you? Let me see. Sub, no issue. Yeah. Alright, let's continue then. Finished. Yay. Okay. Right. I let my legs carry me on autopilot as I consider my next course of action. I can return to the lobby and wait for Mr. Potato Head. Oh, or maybe I can... Thank you for the follow, Yali. Or maybe I can try to track down one of the policemen who did the investigation to see if I
꼭 지금
can
대답하지
get more
않아도 돼요.
information. Yes, subscribing does kill the ads, basically. Maybe I can try to track down one of the policemen who did the investigation to see if I can get more information, or... Well, it probably doesn't matter. No matter what I choose, it'll end the same way. Even deciding to check out this crime scene ultimately didn't change anything. Once Mr. Potato Head is done with his business, we'll go back to the office and things will go back to normal. No matter what I do, nothing will change. The door next to me suddenly opens and I jump. The policeman that emerges looks annoyed, and I recognize him as the guy that had been with Alexei Dorla earlier. I take a step back to let him pass me, but he doesn't seem to even notice I'm there. He stomps past me to the security booth around the corner. It's only then that I realize I don't know where I am. I must have wandered over here while I was lost in thought. How's the prisoner? Annoying as usual. Seriously, he never shuts the hell up. Have you ever considered asking someone else to do this? They all quit. I'm the only one left. You should ask for a pay raise. Whatever. Looks like this is the last time I'll have to see him anyway. What do you mean? Sounds like they're determined to nail him down for this no matter what. They haven't found the murder weapon yet, so I heard Inspector Clouseau is going to deal with it, if you know what I mean. Wait. I feel like I just heard something I wasn't supposed to. What is that? The officer in the security booth pales and jumps to his feet. Where are you going? There's been a security breach in the chief's office. Most people are busy with the card right now, so they're asking anyone available to respond. There's important evidence in there. Card? What? What about the prisoner? Just leave him. You can't get out without the key anyway. The two of them sprint away, and then it's just me in an empty security booth. A security breach? Right now? The timing is a little conveniently suspicious. I know, I feel like there's extra scenes. I don't know. I feel the same way as you, Princess. You know, I just realized something. Why is this so big? Why is this frame? Whatever, that doesn't matter. You don't need to see your names, right? Anyway. Alexei Dorla not trying to break out of jail, is he? A little curious, I slide over to where the security booth is. The door seems to be locked, but I can see the monitors just fine from outside. All the cells seem to be empty except one. A B221. I can see Alexei Dorla in it, arms crossed behind his head as he lets out a lazy yawn. He's still there. I'm a bit surprised. I thought he would have somehow unlocked the cell door and bolted by now. I'm not entirely sure Alexei Dorla committed this murder, but it sounds like they're planning to blame this on him no matter what. Would anyone out there believe me? I'm just a nobody. Suddenly, I remember the door the policeman came out of earlier. It's sitting innocently across the hall. That leads to the cells, right? I stare at the door, then back to the monitors, then back to the door. In that case, should I go straight to the source? No, he's just a stranger. That would be stupid, and he might not even appreciate it. Just go back to the lobby, wait for Mr. Potato Head, Uni. But I feel like if I leave now, I won't ever get the chance to see him again.
꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
What should I do? Go in? I stop for a few more seconds as if waiting for a police officer to come stop me. But no one does. Okay, here goes then. Quickly glance at the monitors, trying to piece together the layout. There's no map, but using what I can see of the cells, I create a mental image of what the jail looks like. Oh gosh. Something like this, maybe? Okay, I think I got it. I just gotta remember as much as I can. As soon as I manage to commit it to memory, all the monitors suddenly go out. What is going on? Am I doing this somehow? I glance around, but no angry policemen come rushing over to arrest me for somehow telepathically destroying the security system. This seems really suspicious. Should I still go? Yes! Yes, Uni! Jump into the plot, please! You made a decision already, Uni. Probably a bad one, sure, but don't back down now. Okay, here goes. I'm actually here. The jail is empty, just as I saw on the monitors, but I still tiptoe just in case. Okay, based on the map, where is she? She was here, right? She's gonna go right. What's the fastest way to get to Alexei? Like this, maybe? Wait, weren't you in the security booth area? Okay, let's give this a try. I started walking down the bottom path, but I soon noticed there's littered with security cameras. Why are there so many over here? The cameras were down earlier, but I don't want to risk it. I should take the long route instead. Thankfully, there are less cameras the other way around, so I managed to make it all the way inside. I'm peeking into each individual cell to check if Alexei is there, when I suddenly hear voices from somewhere up ahead. It's handiwork, I believe. Yeah, I thought you just pulled the fire alarm. Maybe it's Alexei talking to one of his gang buddies? I sneak a little closer, but I can only vaguely make out two dark shapes from here. One of them appears to be behind bars, while the other is leaning against the wall next to the cell. I quickly slide behind one of the corners before they can see me. Okay, I'm gonna rapidly change between British and Russian accents. Hopefully I can get this done. Anyway. Why are you here anyway? To laugh as your sworn enemy gets put away by your hands? I'm not responsible for this. You sure? You came here awfully fast. I thought you were supposed to be in a meeting. If you must know, the meeting has been cancelled. I've been stuck in this restaurant for the past few hours. Yeah, I told you there are better late-night snacks than hot sauce nachos, yet you still insist on destroying your body. Don't be absurd. There's nothing wrong with the nachos. Our mutual acquaintance decided to blast confetti and glitter from the vents during my earlier meeting. It took forever to get out of my hair. He can do that? Isn't he just a programmer? Don't ask me to explain whatever voodoo witchcraft he manages to concoct. Well, he was probably just trying to get you out of that snooze fest. Don't be so hard on him. He also rigged the speakers to blare Uptown Funk on repeat. Sami has been rather obsessed with that song lately, hasn't he? One of them has to be Alexei. Who's the other guy he's talking to, though? It doesn't sound like another gangster. Also, what's with this conversation? I peek my head out a little again. Alexei seems to have moved closer to the cell bars, angling himself toward a person outside, and I can tell just from his body language that he has a smirk on his face. Anyway, a little birdie told me that the royal family was responsible for my arrest. If it really wasn't you, then why are you here? You suspect me as well? Of course not. It's nice to hear you finally admit that you trust me. This has nothing to do with trust. You're neither capable nor smart enough to pull something like this off. Your faith in me is heartwarming. Alexei suddenly stops talking and stands up straight. What? 8 o'clock. I quickly hide back behind the wall, but the damage is done. Who's there? There's no way he saw me from all the way over here. I'm gonna have to be careful to not go full Draco mode. I do have a Draco voice, by the way. To not do full Draco mode when I do Thierry. Anyway. Maybe he's not talking about me? Girl with 2 buns. Okay, that's definitely me. Show yourself. Should I run? I can't see if that guy is armed though. What if it just makes things even worse? The safer option is probably just to show myself. Might as well get a little closer and see if I can gather some more information like the identity of the guy Alexei is talking to. You can do it, Uni. You came here with a purpose. You knew what you were getting into, so don't chicken out now. I'm doing it as a meme. I don't think he's... I hope he doesn't have a Russian accent for the game, but it's really funny making fun of him this way. Anyway. I take a deep breath, steeling myself, and then take a step forward. If Mari decides to give him a Russian accent, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Hello, I'm not anyone suspicious. Very convincing. Hey, aren't you that girlie from earlier? I'm surprised he remembers me. Yeah, hi again. Thank you for helping me out. Oh, I really don't mean any trouble, though. I'm just here to... I'm about to continue when the sight of Alexei's companion makes me stop in my tracks. Your Highness. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, it's really him. The Crown Prince of Solari. Someone who I thought only existed on my television, standing right here in front of me right now. In Soviet Russia, we break out of jail with strange girl. Yes, we do. I can't believe he's an actual human being. What are you doing in a place like this, Your Highness? Were you the person I heard talking to Alexei just now? No, I only just arrived here myself. Was there someone else here? Oh, sorry, I guess I was mistaken. You know she's just saying that to be polite, right? I would have called you a liar personally.
꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
What's going on here? I thought they hated each other, but From the way they've been talking. Shut up, you fool. Is this really Prince Thierry? He definitely looks like the Crown Prince I've seen on television, though there's a scowl on his face in lieu of his usual smile. Excuse me? Can I ask you a question? I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to. Sure, go ahead. It beats listening to Thierry moaning and complaining anyway. Hey, Alexei. You really ought to be more careful in the future, though. A bigger and badder wolf might just eat you up, you know? Watch where you stick your nose, He smirks down at me, obviously trying to appear intimidating, but the jail bar separating us diminishes the desired effect. Okay, thank you for the warning. Huh, you seemed way more terrified of me earlier. He could tell? Well, I guess that's probably his specialty. I'm still a little scared, but I no longer think you'll kidnap me and sell me off overseas and steal all my money. You really thought I'd do all that, huh? And while I did run in here to try and help you, it seems a bit counterproductive to be terrified of you now. Anyway, I thought the royal family and the Dorlas were sworn enemies, but you've been acting like you're friends. Well, political reasons and all. What kind of reasons? She didn't listen to your warning at all. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. There would be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's easier if we didn't just associate with each other in public. I guess that's better than the alternative, but it still sounds kind of sad. I can't imagine not being able to go out and hang out with Fire whenever I wanted. Alexei, that's enough. Yeah, I know. The mood suddenly shifts and he leans closer with a big grin on his face. Enough questions about the boring stuff. You do know why I'm here, right? Yep. You're the prime suspect for murder. You're still here even though you know that? Well, yeah, because I think there's a good chance you didn't do it. Sorry, what? Wow, quite the charismatic fellow, aren't you? You even got a random girl to trust you already. Look, I know you accuse me of a lot of things, and most of the time they are true, but this one's actually not on me. I haven't even done anything yet, besides help her out earlier, and I hope you're not here just to repay that favor. Oh no, it's not that. There's a reason why I think it's unlikely for you to be the culprit. Yeah, what is it? Well, it's because... Is that important? The easiest way to land a clean hit on someone there without him noticing is from behind, isn't it? In that case, shouldn't the one be on the left side of his head instead? Alexei's left-handed, isn't he?
쉿.
You
꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
And how many years have we known each other? You could at least pretend to pay attention. Prince Thierry ignores him, looking back over at him, and I can see suspicion in his eyes. How did you know that? We had a conversation about it earlier in the plaza. This appears to be a recurring topic. You two ran into each other? Yeah, it was right before I got arrested, actually. Wait, so that woman I saw talking to him actually was law enforcement? The explanation only seems to make Prince... Oh, thank you for the subscription anyway, Ash. Anyway, the explanation only seems to make Prince Thierry more suspicious, and he frowns at me with a disapproving look on his face. She knows too much, claiming it to be simple observation. She coincidentally met you earlier, and now she's here. I think I know what's going on. I'm triggering Marius by actually saying the shit sound every 5 seconds since he keeps showing up. Anyway, now she's here conveniently with evidence. I don't trust her in the slightest. I don't blame him for being suspicious. I know full well how sketchy I seem. I wouldn't trust me if I were in his shoes either. Why are you really here? I fall silent, a bit unsure of how to proceed. I can't mention the vision reason, obviously, but what about the police one? I hadn't expected to run into the Crown Prince in here, though, and he's in charge of them, isn't he? Won't he be upset if I bring it up? Hey. I look up when Alexei speaks. He gives me a grin and nudges his head toward His Highness. You can speak your mind. He's trustworthy. My reputation must be in the gutter if I need a gangster to vouch for me. You said it, not me. I'm still a little unsure, but it's a bit too late to do anything other than trust Alexei's words. Prince Thierry seems like the type of person who would fall for any half-hearted lie. I actually heard some policeman talking earlier about how an inspector was planning to frame you. Yeah, which one? Clouseau, I think? I'm not even sure if I pronounced it correctly, but it's obvious by the looks on their faces that they know exactly who I'm talking about. Motherfucker. That may pose a problem. He has the chief's backing. You really came here to warn me just because of that? Well, I didn't know if anyone else out there would do anything about it. I just couldn't stand this injustice. And more importantly, if you get locked up, I'll probably never see you again, and I can't let that happen before I figure out what that vision meant. But you're probably gonna think I'm crazy. Yeah, appreciate it. I suppose we should proceed with the jailbreak. Sorry, jailbreak? I expect them to laugh it off, but they look dead serious. If they've already decided to frame Alexei, it would be better not to wait in case they move into a more secure prison. It would be harder to retrieve him after that. I'd rather rescue him first and deal with the consequences later. Huh. You know I'm always down to break the law with you. Dumbass. He's pretty different from what you imagined, yeah? Yeah, a little. Don't let the prim and proper facade fool you. This man's got the biggest potty mouth I've ever seen. Are you two done gossiping like a bunch of high school girls? He also talks like an old man. Must be the company he keeps. You act like it's my choice, that I have to spend my days listening to rich old men bicker. What's going on here? Oh crap. A policeman appears out of nowhere and I quickly take a step back. Trespassing here is a federal crime, young lady. Please follow me to the interrogation room for some question. Key. Huh? Are we not doing the whole policeman act? Sammy said something unexpected had popped up and forced me to come here to rescue you. Say hello to Miss Something Unexpected over here. The policeman glances over curiously when Alexei gestures at me. Hi. Hey. Am I getting arrested? Arrested? Oh, of course not. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. Key. Oh, right. Here. The policeman. I know who the policeman is. I'm trying to do the gem boys. Let me go. You guys know what you think. Anyway. Let me know what you guys think. I could keep mixing up the words. Anyway. The policeman hands over the keys, muttering under his breath about how long the outfit took to put on. A gangster, a crown prince, and now a fake policeman? I feel like I've entered a completely different world ever since I stepped into this jail. Freedom at last. The door opens and Alexei comes sauntering out, looking like he just came out of a party instead of a jail cell. You must have spent over half your life behind bars. I'm sure a couple more hours wasn't too bad. The only reason I enjoy prison is teasing the wardens, but no one's around this time. Thierry was here to keep you company. Another person who calls the crown prince by his first name? Just who are these people? I get enough of his lecture with the hideout, thank you. Hideout? Whoa, that sounds kinda cool. Sammy, what's happening? I heard commotion nearby. The others fall silent as they watch Prince Thierry press a hand to his ear. He listens quietly for a few seconds, and then his frown deepens. It appears we have visitors. A lot of them, in fact. All for little old me? I'm honored. I can distract some of them. Sammy, tell us what to do. They huddle together, talking with whoever is on the other side of the earpiece, and I realize they've probably forgotten I'm even here. Only 3 cameras? Aren't you the self-proclaimed the world's best hacker? If I just leave, they can probably take care of themselves, right? And I don't think they'll factor my well-being into any escape plan. Besides, I've already done what I came to do. I don't think I'll be much help going forward anyway. No, Tiara, you can't be seen here. Who knows what repercussions there'll be if they find out you were here when their prisoner broke out. Want to lock me back up? It's a little too late for that. I'll get their attention. You two sneak out while I'm doing that. I have the best disguise and the most dispensable one here. It's fine if I get caught. Oh, screw it. Excuse me. They all look a little startled when I speak up. Yep, they definitely forgot I'm still here. Why do I have to open my big mouth and stick my big nose into their business? I might be able to help. You. Well, I did sneak in here. I still remember some of the layout. So maybe I can help figure out an escape route for you. The fake policeman dropped something into my hand. It's a small earpiece. It's surprisingly lightweight. Even to my untrained eye, it looks well made. Gem. Your and Alexei's safety comes first. We can deal with everything else later. Fine. I'm a little surprised you can see it so fast, but I'm not about to argue. Feeling rather like a spy, I quickly stick the earpiece into my left ear. Hello? Hi. A voice greets me and I'm taken back by how quiet it sounds. So what were you thinking? Can you tell me what we're working with? I can take control of 3 cameras and wipe their feeds. What else? Oh, Thierry cannot be spotted by any security camera or policeman. What a pampered little prince we have here. Are you sure you're not the one we're breaking out of prison? Be quiet. I mentally draw up an image based on the map of the prison I saw earlier. I should be able to guide them out of here okay. Gotta keep an eye out for the police though. The real ones at least. One more thing. They locked the main exit, so you need to pick up the keys at the security booth. It's just one thing after another today. Oh, I can go get the keys. I think I remember where the security office is. Let's split into 2 groups then. I'll go with her. Good idea. You sure you're okay with leaving poor defenseless Gem alone? I'll be fine. I'm more worried about you 2 arguing, honestly. He's the one with all the weapons anyway. Oh, I'm sorry if I scared you. These are all props, so you don't need to worry. He pulls out a baton and taps it against my hand. It feels like foam. You didn't need to tell her that. I couldn't tell at all. They look really professional. Thanks. He spent all night yesterday making them. Pretty sure he's been waiting for someone to compliment them. If you noticed, then you should have said something nice to me. Can we focus? Sorry, Sammy. If I remember correctly, there's an intersection up ahead. We can split up there. Very well. Lead the way. Well, here we are. My heart is pounding with nervousness, but I can't deny there's some excitement in it too. Leave it to us. We'll get the keys as fast as we can. Be careful, you two. Got it. You guys be careful too. Did you need something else? Oh, yeah, just one more thing. I tried to quickly figure out a path based on my earlier visualization. I can remember the layout of the place well enough, but it's a bit harder to connect the dots and envision a way out, especially under time pressure. I remember I got through this minigame really easily during the mini demo. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it again. We'll see. Having him stare at me the whole time isn't helping that much either. If there's a fork in the road, I'd recommend always prioritizing the left path. It's a bit of a detour, but the other path has a lot of security cameras there, so it might be riskier. I'll keep that in mind. I don't know if he actually believes me, but I've done all that I can for now. Okay, thank you. Is everything alright? Sorry, I'm coming! Bye then, Your Highness. Sammy, keep an eye on them. If she tries anything, lead the police over to where they are. Gem will be fine. Got it. I don't think you need to worry too much, though. Why do you say that? Dunno. Intuition? It's pretty rare for Sammy to vouch for someone he just met. Let's trust his judgment for now, yeah? I suppose. Would you like to play the following section in easy or hard mode? You can switch from hard to easy at any time, but not the other way around. I'm gonna go hard mode, guys. I'm a real gamer. The easier version does not contain some fluff dialogue, while the hard version contains everything but takes a while and is a lot more chaotic. You've selected hard mode. Are you sure? Yes. You won't be able to save for several minutes, so please do so now if you need to. Sure. Let me explain how this works. Okay, what I do remember is that I won't be able to voice everything that happens during this section because there's going to be multiple conversations happening at the same time at some points. Just be aware. Keep in mind that this is in real time, so if you take too long to make decisions, there may be consequences. However, if you're feeling overwhelmed, you can press the pause button to catch your breath, or the restart button to start the section over. No, what are you talking about? Don't worry about it. Now then, let's begin. I can't whistle. Already? What do you want me to do? Please tell me. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah, I definitely can't. Let's just go around for now. Phone taser? Oh, this was not updated, isn't it? Did I mention a physical map? Alright, bye, Bertim. TRA might not want to listen to Uni, but I'm gonna make him listen to Uni. I think we should just disable it. I think I'm doing the exact same thing that I did during the mini demo. Post-it note Minky! Sorry. Sorry for not voicing, but I just know I remember last time I tried voicing and I got overwhelmed when I started doing comps at the same time, so I'm just gonna let you read. Y'all gotta read now. And I got to rest my voice. I don't have to use all the cameras. We have disabled 2 cameras. So we only have 1 more. I still haven't picked a favorite, y'all. What are you gonna do? Yay! We made it. We actually made it! Not bad. He raises his hand to high five and I instinctively tap my palm against his before realizing how surreal the situation is. Thanks. I just helped break a gangster out of jail. I didn't think I was that kind of girl. I hate to do this to you right after you helped, but Thierry will be on my ass if I don't. Huh? My eyes slowly open, and it takes me a couple of moments to reorient myself. Ow! 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 My head's been going through it today, in more ways than one. Did Alexei knock me out? I'm still alive, which is good, and I'm not restrained or anything, which is also good, but where am I? Yep, this is the last scene of the mini demo. I glance around, the blurriness in my vision beginning to fade, and I realize that some parts of this room look vaguely familiar. Wait, isn't this the place I saw in the photograph? But how did I know what it looks like? I've never been here previously, and people can't dream about things they've never seen before, right? That means... No way. Does that mean it actually was a vision of the future? You're awake? Eat! Ah! I get thrown at a person who suddenly pops up next to me. Though I think I end up scaring him just as much. Sorry. My bad. We share a laugh as we both start and stop talking at the same time. Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. What about you? I'm okay too. I'm Jem, by the way. Oh, the fake policeman! I didn't know you were the same person as the guy I ran into this morning. You remember me? Of course! You were the cute guy with the nice clothes from the plaza, right? Don't you mean the nice guy with the cute clothes? Freeing our hostage, Jem? Alexei slides into the conversation easily. I watch him warily to make sure he doesn't try anything again, but he keeps his hands in his pockets and makes no moves in my direction. She's not a hostage. She helped you, Alexei. You could be a bit more grateful. Hey, I had to knock her out. You know how Thierry is about the secrecy of this place? Don't worry, I didn't even arm her. My head hurts a lot, actually. Oh, sorry. My bad. The voice Sammy just like, anyway. There seems to be a head peeking out at me from behind the sofa. Is he waiting for me to say something first? Hi! Hello. Another new person that I've never met before, yet somehow recognized due to that picture. I'm Sammy. We talked to each other briefly earlier. Oh yeah, thank you for your help with the cameras. You helped too. And look what they did to thank you. Heartless, trash, scum of the earth. Stop looking at me, it was Theory's idea. All I told you to do was to bring her back with us and make sure she couldn't figure out where we were going. You could have just blindfolded her. I feel like some of you are forgetting that it's my job to be violent. Alright, I'm sorry, okay? Do you need an ice pack or pills or an ice pack and pills? Are those the only treatments you know? Where I live, it's either nothing or surgery. In Soviet Russia, you just use ice or pills or surgery. Oh, I'm just kidding. Anyway, I'm okay. I don't need the ice pack or pills or surgery. You sure? I know a pretty good surgeon. I'm sure you do. I think the best course of action would be to send her home to rest. Thierry, what did you want to talk to her about? You shouldn't keep her here for too long. I'm not sure what to do either. I won't tell anyone, I swear. Not about your involvement in the jailbreak, or your super cool, ultra secret spy headquarters. Spy, huh? I kinda like the sound of that. No need to use such fancy words. We're just a bunch of dudes dicking around. Allow me to apologize for bringing you here, as well as for your rough treatment. I'm not naturally suspicious of everyone due to my... I'm naturally suspicious of everyone due to my position, but I shouldn't have dragged an unrelated citizen into this. It's okay, I understand. I know I seemed a little sketchy. You were quite a bit more than just a little, I'd say. Well, now that all the apologies are done, why don't we take the time to introduce ourselves? There's no need to keep up this tense atmosphere, is there? Is that what you want? I only got involved in all of this because I wanted to know more about that vision I saw. And this place and these people are clearly related to it. So for now, I'll place my trust in them. I've already worked myself this much, might as well see this case through to the very end. Besides, I don't think they're dangerous. It's just a feeling I'm getting, though I'm sure Faya would get mad at me if I said that I was basing this all off of instinct. I wonder when I got so reckless. Introductions sound good. I'm curious about you guys, too. Great, I'll start then. My name's Jem, as I said earlier. Nice to meet you. I respond as politely as I can, though the look of surprise he gives me makes me think I've said something rude. What? Do you not know who I am? I don't think so. Should I? No, it's fine. It's better this way. He runs the Gemstones channel. Alexei, you didn't need to tell her. You're the third most famous person in this room. You live, lover boy. The channel's name sounds familiar, and I soon realized it's because I've seen people watching it during lunch break. Oh, wait. I do know you. I'll have a lot of coworkers who watch your content. You're that cosplayer who streams a lot, right? I'll check out your channel later when I get home, and I'll make sure to subscribe too. You don't have to, but thank you. I'll go next. He still seems a little suspicious of me, but the fact that he's letting me stay for introductions must mean I'm tolerable for now. Baby steps, I suppose. You know who I am, I'm assuming? Of course, Your Highness. There's no need to address me so formally. You can call me by my first name. I'll try. I absolutely will not try. If you must attach a title, you can at least call me Prince Thierry. Okay, that I can do. He really is much different from what I was imagining. Alexei Dorla. I work in debt collection, but I'm on a forced sabbatical. Currently, I'm a wanted criminal accused of murder and breaking out of prison. You did break out of prison. Is he waiting for me to introduce myself first? Oh, I'm Uni, age 24. Currently working at the Douglas Detective Agency. Went to college outside of Solari and majored in... Okay, I get it. You're a hacker. You did a background check on me. Do you stalk people for a living? It's just a hobby. Only when I'm bored. Really? What's your occupation then? Pro gamer. I destroy noobs online. Don't mind them, that's just how he talks. He's online so much that he's forgotten how to act in real life. I see. There's nothing wrong with how I act in the real world. Uh-huh. So, is this your secret base? You guys called it the hideout earlier, right? That must mean it's a pretty important place. Nah, I just named it that because it sounded cool. It did look rather ordinary for a secret base, but I've been hoping there'd be a cool hidden basement or something. I think you just dashed your dreams, Sammy. So, no secret operatives? Or foreign secrets? Or exciting heists? I think you have the wrong idea about us. We're very normal. You just broke someone out of jail. Oh, well, this is this, and that is that. I give him a look and he just smiles back innocently. Oh, damn, he's so cute. Anyway, we're really just a couple of friends that meet up here sometimes because it's a safe space for us. Don't make it sound so special. This is my house. They're just trespassing. Don't be so stingy, Sami. Someone who doesn't pay rent doesn't get to complain. Money over friendship, I see. This entire place is yours? Mm-hmm. Whoa, I think I can fit my entire city apartment into just this living room. Rich people have it so nice. This house is huge. It must take a lot of money to be able to afford a place like this. Something like that. What's with the non-committal answer? It's either that or your parents are loaded. So what now, Your Royal Highness? I suppose it wouldn't be right for us to detain you any longer. You may leave, but you'll be placed under surveillance until this investigation is over. I hope you understand. And please try to keep quiet about everything you witnessed today. I don't want to threaten you, but it's extremely important that this remains a secret. Don't you need help? Pardon me? With the investigation, or can you hire private investigators to help you? It sounded like you couldn't reveal your involvement, though. Well, just in case you forgot, I am a detective. You haven't solved any murder cases before. Everyone has to start somewhere, or is this a 30 years of work experience needed type of job? I fail to see what you get out of this arrangement. Recognition, connections, money! Blunt honesty, I like it. Altruism and networking are nice, but money pays the bills. The economy's been rough these past few years. Thanks, Thierry. Thanks, Thierry. Thanks, Thierry! I appreciate that you think I could tank a country's economy all by myself, but unfortunately it takes far more capable people than me to do that. Of course I'll pay you for the job, but is there nothing else you desire? Well, there is the vision reason, but they'll think I'm crazy if I share it. I'm just nosy. I want to figure out what's going on. Besides, my boss won't let me work on any interesting cases, so this is my only opportunity. Prince Thierry seems a little hesitant. so I quickly add one more thing before I can stop myself. Please, I need more experience. There's something I need to do no matter what. Crap, did that sound too desperate? Please give us a few moments to discuss this. Okay, I'll just be over here then. Not much discussing going on here, Your Highness. I'm sure you are all aware of where I stand on this. What about you, Mr. Intuition? I think the scene is longer. Background check came in clean. Parents separated when she was young. She's been living with her dad since, but moved out as soon as she was able to. Other than the few years she went to college, she's lived here all her life. No records of getting into any trouble. Seems like a normal person to me. I don't mind if she stays. Well, really? That's nicer than anything you've ever said about me. Take a look at your own background check before complaining. Alexei, what about you? You're asking if I trust her? Yes. Sure, maybe. Does it really matter? I don't feel threatened by her, and that's all I care about. I'm fine with letting her stay. That's what I thought you'd say. I'm okay with going along with what everyone decides. That's what I thought you'd say too. Actually, Thierry is such a mood too, not gonna lie. I don't know, I think Jem is adorable, but Thierry is a mood. Do you not want her to, Thierry? I don't have anything against her. She's helped us so far, so of course I'd like to trust her. However, why not treat this like a test? Pardon? Have her help with the investigation. You don't need to trust her to do that, right? You can decide afterward if she's trustworthy enough based on how she does. Besides, she doesn't look very dangerous, see? Huh? Sammy has the devotion of Suspect Y too? I heard it was a super rare. I never thought I'd run into someone who has a copy other than me. I haven't read mine in years. I should... Let's put it back. See? Armless. Are we not gonna talk about how she just ripped the cover off with her bare hands and then shoved it back into the bookshelf to hide her crime? It already looked broken, and since when did you care about the books? I don't. Fine. Fine? I will trust her for now, and revisit my decision after the investigation. Thanks, Thierry! Your Highness, you gotta get out more if the mere thought of hanging out with someone new causes you to break out in cold sweat. Perhaps my current companions have given me a bad impression of what friendship entails. After a little mishap, I decided to sit on the sofa and not touch anything else. I can't believe I broke it! Why did it just crumble like that? Hi. Hi! Why do you look like that? Is it because of the book? Isa! I'm really, really sorry. Can I pay you back in installments? Is it that expensive? How do you have it and not know? It's not like you can just find a copy anywhere. Kinda. I mean, I am kind of voicing Jem to be very cheery, so don't let my voicing trick you into thinking because it might not be the right characterization. We'll see. Don't worry about it then. Huh? Are you sure? If it bothers you, just help us in an investigation and we'll call it even. Wait, does that mean... Uni, we made a decision! I sat up straight instantly, hands folded in my lap, and braced myself for the news. If you are still interested, we would like to enlist your help for this investigation. Really? Of course I'm still interested! Thank you so much, so much. I won't let you down, I promise. Don't know you're so invested in my freedom. She's clearly more interested in the investigation than you. Oh. Oh, but please don't feel pressured. If you can't figure it out, we can work something else out instead. Don't stress too much. Make sure to stress out just a little bit though. My life is on the line here. Thank you so much for the opportunity. You don't know how much this means to me. This seems a little reversed. I feel like I should be the one thanking you here. Jem takes a seat next to me and the rest of the boys get settled in around us. Kind of feels like we're a team, doesn't it? I've never been on one outside of class before. It's exciting. Well, I should make the most of this. I'll probably never get an opportunity like this ever again. Okay, then let's see what we're dealing with here. Do you have any more information on the case? Here's a case overview. Misha, 29 years old. Found in the alley between Celestial and Cosmolux Hotel. Discovered dead at night at approximately 11 a.m. Time of death is around 8 a.m. Cause of death is the blow to the back of the head. No other wounds were found on his body. You okay? You can sit this one out if you want to. It's fine. I'm used to it. His response is quick and flippant, though I can't help but notice some sadness in his eyes. He and that Misha guy must have been close. Misha's autopsy report has been added to evidence. His body was I listened to Alexi accent, sorry! Anyway, his body was found by a third party who was passing by and reported the corpse immediately. It was just lying there like that in broad daylight? No, it was completely hidden inside the dumpster before it was discovered. The police just moved it out to take pictures. Crime scene photo has been added to evidence. Does it say why they arrested Alexei? 1 second, I'll check. I don't know why either. I was just strolling innocently around town when they grabbed me. Didn't even let me get my morning coffee. I'm not sure how innocent that stroll was since you did knock someone out, but since it was to help me, I'll keep quiet. I'm impressed you didn't resist. I was going to, but then I thought about how poor Thierry would tear all his beautiful locks out from the stress. My hair appreciates your restraint. I mean, he's part Italian maybe, so maybe he wanted his coffee. What? Why does it say that the suspect was captured on camera going into the alleyway shortly before the body was discovered? Hello, Nella! Welcome! Everyone say hello. It's been Yotub. I call her Nella. She's also one of my OG fans and friends. Welcome. Yeah, I have a bunch of people here who are from the Mirage Noir Discord server, so we're going through Mirage Noir right now. Oops, I forgot about that. Permission to lock him back up. Permission granted. Wait, I wasn't there to kill anyone. I'm sure. No, I'm serious, look. So, basically we did what kind of boys we're dating. We have a prince who's on the screen here, a gangster who's here, and then there's also a streamer, cosplayer, and a hacker, programmer, / gamer. So, that's 4 boys, and then we are a private detective. Alexei is not insufferable, come on! Where are Ash and Kiri to defend Alexei? Alexei is just a gangster, okay? He's just being a gangster. He fishes his phone out of his pocket and shows it to us. XXX 10 alleyway. Is this Blackthorn, guys? Do you all think this is Blackthorn? Should I do the Blackthorn voice? Like 10 alleyway. You normally listen to whatever sketchy scam message tells you to do. Obviously not. I just thought it was from Sasha. His orders are normally written like that too. You don't know his number? He changes it all the time for
꼭
security
지금
reasons.
대답하지 않아도 돼요?
He usually doesn't bother telling me. I see. And what was so important that he had to make you go there? Not sure. I thought I was supposed to pick something up from someone, but there was no one there. That is Korean, I think. I used the Korean audio for the Tears of Demons. Actually, speaking of Nella, you would know this, but I set up like things to get triggered on by StreamerBot to make the different like Tears of Demons boy show up, as well as maybe a few Olympia's hooray sounds. But I think Marius is bugged because Marius keeps showing up like every 5 seconds or something. That's what it feels like. I looked around for a bit but didn't see anything, so I left.
전화를 왜 이제 받...
쉿. 꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요?
I asked Nico earlier, but he didn't know either, so maybe it wasn't Sasha. But in that case, I have no clue who sent it. Who's Nico? My potential fave, come on. You know, he might only show up for 5 lines, but he could still be my fave, right? My brother's advisor. You'll probably see him around. I didn't know gang leaders had advisors. Sammy, can you try tracing the message? Fine, it's most likely a burner phone though. Does this game spark incredibly deep conversations? Otherwise, next. It is a murder investigation, so eventually we could start getting deep. We'll see. Text sent to Alexei has been added to evidence. Team Arampia. Oh my god, Arampia. There's a few people in chat because since the people from the Mirage Noir Discord are I could hear it now. Anyway, the people from the Mirage Noir Discord are familiar with Otome games, so there might be a few Arampia people here. Arampia Sorway. Anyway, that's the end of the report. Yes, Olympia Soiree. So we call it Arampia because that's how they pronounce the name. Like Arampia, Arampia. Anyway, now that we got that boring stuff out of the way. How are we doing this? We should probably split up the work. Yeah? I'll stay here and go through the security logs. So not even this is enough to get you to change your shut-in ways. I'll be holding on the fort, cheering you on. Go, Alexei. Go. I've never heard more monotone encouragement in my life. I'll check back at the office then. Misha might have left some food there. No, you should stay here. What? Why? Did you forget that you're a wanted man? It's nothing new, just another day for me. Besides, I'm not one to sit there and twiddle my thumbs while the rest of you are helping me. But I'm the only one who can get in there anyway. Your disguises might be good, but the gang is trained to be paranoid. There's no way I'd let you go by yourself. I'll be careful, promise. I don't believe you, but fine. You'll probably just escape and go if we locked you in here anyway. And you'd be correct. If you lock him here with me, I will call the police and turn him in myself. Thanks for the ill-intentioned support, Sammy. I'll investigate the crime scene then. Sneaking in as a police officer shouldn't be too hard. You just want an excuse to wear that outfit again. What's wrong with that? I worked hard on it. Thanks to a certain someone spilling beer on my old one, by the way. I thought we agreed not to bring that up again. I'll check the police station to see if I can gather any information that might not have been uploaded digitally. I'd like to speak with the investigators involved as well. Are you sure it's okay for you to do that publicly? I want to see Nikolai though. I actually want to meet Nikolai, so I might pick Alexei just to see. Just to see Nikolai. Anyway. That should be no issues as long as I state that I'm there to investigate the convict that escaped. Can't believe the Crown Prince is hilarious, going around doing common detective work. Then they'll rip into them for letting the big bad gangster escape. Oh yeah, how did you get the guards to leave without revealing yourself? I was surprised that there were 9 in the jail when I arrived. Well, that was Sammy sorry! Ah! I'm getting mixed up! That was Sammy Tendy, I believe. There wasn't anything big. I hacked into the security system at the chief's office. It was funny watching it scrambling around trying to fix it. Sammy, you're kind of scary. Thank you. No wonder there were so many guards at the end. They must have realized they were duped and came running with their tails tucked between their legs. I can already feel the headache that will be coming during my next meeting. No use complaining, you're getting paid to be their personal therapist. Not enough if you ask me. Now then, detective. They all turn to look at me with varying degrees of enthusiasm. Or Horkle. The Horkle, yes, hot circle. What do you plan to do? I don't believe investigating elsewhere is necessary, so you can choose who you want to accompany. After we're done, let's meet back up here to share information. That way you won't miss out anything on, no matter who you choose to go with. Sounds good. Let's see, Prince Thierry will be at the police station, Alexei will be at the door office, and Jem will be at the crime scene, and Sammy will be here. Sammy will be here. Who do I want to accompany? Oh, y'all. I just want to see Nikolai. So, I think I'm gonna pick Alexei. You don't have to save. Mari made it really extra. Is it Mari or Mary? I don't know how to pronounce her name. Now I realize. I see it. Made it extra easy to rewind back at the end. Alexei for Nico. Yay. Yeah, that one. I should call myself and carry when I say Alexei. Yeah, I think I'll go for Alexei. I just want to see Nico though. That's the real reason why. And me? No offense, but are you sure you don't have a screw loose? I just want to investigate the office, okay? There might be clues left there. You can go somewhere else if you want. Then let you walk into the lion's den alone? Wouldn't dream of it. What? I'm serious. It really might be dangerous.
쉿. 꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도 돼요.
Are you sure about this? I won't get offended if you change your mind. Like marionettes? Marionette? Of course I'm sure. I mean, I even broke into a jail for you. This is nothing. You're right. But I still think that was stupid, by the way. But thanks. I appreciate it. And sorry again for knocking you out earlier. The ice pack offer is still on the table, by the way. You can pay me back by protecting me if anything happens. Of course. I'll keep you safe no matter what. Alright, I'm getting ready to meet Nikolai. Let's go. Thankfully, the Dorla office isn't too far from the hideout, so I managed to make it there without anyone noticing Alexei. To be honest, I looked up the murderer online, and other than the victim's identity, there hasn't been much information released. Alexei's name wasn't even mentioned, so the general public might not know that he's a suspect. I wonder if that's because Prince Thierry pulled some strings? Or maybe Sammy did his magical and definitely illegal programming thing. Okay, that's voiced weird. Well, I think Ash is saying it's like marionettes, so you have the marionettes, and so it's Mary. That's what Ash is saying. Instead of Mari. We're here. We stop at an ordinary looking building, and he leads me up to the 3rd floor. What's with the look on your face? Not what you expected? It's just a lot more ordinary than I thought it would be. It even looks a bit like the place I work at. What, you thought there'd be blood and organs everywhere? Kinda. We save that for the basement. We get less noise complaints that way. Kidding. How much do you know about this? Not a lot, to be honest. Well, we operate as a loan office, so this is where we talk to customers. Can't make it too scary, you know? So we just got this normal office building. If you want to see where a real gangster works, though, you should check out Sasha's pad upstairs. Now that's an old-fashioned line instead. Thank you, Nella. Wait, Nella, are you a mod? That's good. I didn't know that. Anyway. Maybe I think I gave you VIP status, I don't know why. Anyway. I'll pass, thank you. Alexei is one thing, but I have no desire to meet Sasha Dorla. Your loss. Now then, let's start searching before we get caught. Is it normally so empty here? I thought we'd run into at least some people, but... I glance around the room. There are clear signs that people have worked here. Papers piled messily on desks, chairs not pushed in, but there's not a soul in sight. I texted some people before I got here asking them to clear out the office. Not that they needed much convincing to slack off. And they listened to you? Don't they all think you did it? Who knows if it's because they actually trust me or they're just scared of what I'll do to them. I don't really care either way. I see. Obviously, I'd want to work against Sasha, but luckily he's not here right now. Let's hope the girls at the club have been busy. Is he at Celestial? My best friend works there. Yeah, small world. He strides over to one of the desks in the back and begins ruffling through some drawers. Is that Misha's desk? Yeah, thought I might as well start here. Anything look out of place? One sec. I don't have your super memory or anything, but I did sit next to him. Hopefully I'll be able to spot if anything's off. Unable to help myself, I glance over at the desk to the left. There are a million picture frames on it, and all of them seem to depict the same little girl. Alexei has a kid? My desk is the one on the right. I didn't even say anything. It does written all over your face. Also, that girl looks nothing like me. I look over at the other desk, but sadly there's nothing interesting there. Just a computer, a pile of papers, and some pens scattered around. Sorry to disappoint, but I'm just your normal white-collar office worker. Uh-huh. The most interesting thing you'll find here is probably this. He holds up some papers, and I spot several badly drawn doodles in the corners. I stare at them for a while, trying to decipher what they're supposed to be. Can't solve this mystery? I need more clues. I'll do you one better. I have witness testimony. You should ask Sammy about it when we get back. He'll know. Is this a Pochi Ren? A Pochi Ren? By the way he's grinning, I feel that's exactly what I shouldn't do. He goes back to searching. He doesn't seem like he needs any help on that end, so I let my eyes wander around the room to see if there are other clues elsewhere. My eyes end up landing on the photograph of the little girl on the desk once over again, but I suddenly remember there's something I need to bring up. Hey, Alexei? What's up? Have we met before? I was expecting a quick no, so the silence stretches out for more than a few couple seconds. For more than a couple seconds surprises me. Wait, does he actually? You a thing on me? Huh? No. You didn't need to answer so quickly. Don't think we did. I don't usually hang out with your type. And what's my type exactly? The Miss Goody Two Shoes? Oh, I don't really feel like one though. True. I take that back. No law-abiding citizen would break into jail. Sammy did most of the breaking in. I just happened to be there. Whatever helps you sleep at night, girlie. So, why'd you ask? Did you have a dream about me or something? No. Doesn't seem like he's lying, so he probably doesn't know about the vision then. In which case, the next question is, why me? Why did I see it? Because Mary said you would. That's why. No, just kidding. You're missing out. Your dreams must be pretty boring. Wait. Did you find something? I move in closer, peeking over his shoulder. His box is missing. What box? He has a little box where he stored all the letters his girlfriend sends him. He always keeps it in his drawer. Any chance someone took it? No, pretty sure I was the only one who knew it was there. He digs through the desk drawer some more, but it's obvious with a grim look on his face that it isn't there. Is it the only thing gone? Yeah, I think so. Which probably means he took it. He abandons his search and leans back, hands retreating back to his pockets. Any idea why? Well, I'm not entirely sure, but if it wasn't the only thing he grabbed, he might have known something was going to happen. That, or he was planning to leave is on the tip of my tongue. I don't say it, but it looks like Alexei might have come to the same conclusion anyway. He starts rifling through the desk again, but this time there's a desperation in his hands. He would have said something to me in that case. He wouldn't just... He mumbles under his breath, and I'm not sure if it was meant for my ears. I stand a bit away from him, awkwardly watching as he frantically tears the desk apart. After a couple more minutes, he finally stops, the desk completely ransacked. The drawers are all open, paper strewn everywhere, almost as if a storm had blown across it. He stares down at Misha's desk, an inscrutable look on his face. And then he slowly and gently begins to restore everything to their original positions. He looks lonely. Should I comfort him? But I don't even know what I should say. Ad's about to start. Fire's strong enough that she's never needed me to cheer her up, but it's not like I have any other point of reference. Maybe I can pat him on the arm? I step forward before I can talk myself out of it and give him a slightly awkward pat on the shoulder. I'm a bit afraid that he'll flinch or move away, but he surprisingly leans into my touch. We stay like that for a couple of minutes. The room's silent except for the heavy breaths that I hear from him. Hey, girlie. He moves away and I let my hand drop back down to my side. Yeah? If he knew something was up. And why didn't he say anything to me? He normally tells me everything. Did he not trust me? I'm sorry. I don't know. Yeah, that was unfair of me to ask. Sorry. He moves back, and I notice that he's angled himself away from Misha's desk, almost as if he can't bear to look at it. I can investigate myself if you need a break. I know this must be hard for you. I'm good. I've seen so many people die already. Misha's not the first, and he won't be the last either. Just give me a moment. He's been running around ragged all day. I wonder if it just hit him that Misha is dead. Yet despite everything, he's still trying to put on a brave face. What should I do? Should I say something to him? What should I do? Okay, what would I do? If I were Uni, I probably wouldn't say anything. But what would Uni do? I feel like Uni would just talk, right? I feel like that's the kind of person she is. Maybe, but it's the only way I know how. Oh, I got some nice dialogue. I like that. It's too late for me to try anything new at this point. Look on his face is rather self-deprecating, but it's gone before I can comment on it. Man, this is giving me Pio Fiore vibes. I remember this. Anyway, I can't really complain. It comes with the territory. I could die tomorrow and no one would be surprised. That's just an everyday occurrence in this business. We all know what we signed up for. Maybe it's normal for him, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to understand that way of thinking. But he did sign up for it. He was born into it, wasn't he? How long are you going to stand there? I'm about to ask him what he's talking about when something in the corner of the room catches my eye. Ah, it's Nikolai! Nikolai! You got music! I think if him and okay, I don't know if I can do different Russian accents for everybody though. Like I can do Russian accents for everybody, but I don't know if everybody would have a different enough voice. I would do like go even deeper. Alexei. I did not mean to do that. An unknown man suddenly emerges from the shadows and I almost jumped. Where did he come from? I didn't even hear him come in. Has he been there this whole time? Why are you here? Isn't Sasha out? He ordered me to come back. It seems he had an inkling that you would return. Huh, if he really thought that, he would have been here holding a gun to my head the second I entered. He just wanted to drink without you nagging over his shoulder. The man ignores Alexei and turns towards me, looking me up and down with a critical eye. He looks like, you know... It's nice to meet you, young lady. My name is Nikolai. I'm the boss's bodyguard and advisor. Oh, this must be the Nico Alexei was talking about earlier. I'm so sorry, I can't do different voices in the Russian accent. I'll try though. Well, by the way, you don't take screens. I might do. I'm not really a screensaver person. Let's just put it that way. Like my screensaver phase is kind of over because I care more about my space on my computer than taking screens. Mr. Salt for one, thank you for following. I'm sure Alexei can be dangerous if he wants to be, but his easygoing demeanor often makes me forget that he's a gangster. This guy, though, I don't think I could forget it if I tried. The way he's staring is so unnerving. Nice to meet you, too. I purposely leave out my name, and his raised eyebrow indicates he's noticed. May I ask why you two are here? Isn't it obvious? You don't really think I murdered Misha, do you? Nikolai doesn't respond, and his face betrays nothing. It's hard to tell what he thinks. I'm all for taking responsibility for my own actions, but even I'm not generous enough to become the scapegoat for someone else's. So I'm here to investigate and prove my innocence. You have a problem with that? Gonna turn me in? No, I have no reason to interfere with your investigation. However, please do not be mistaken. I am not on your side. I only serve Sasha, and you'll turn me in if I pose a problem to him. Yeah, I know. Alexei goes back to rifling through the papers on Misha's desk, a scowl on his face, but I can't concentrate. The atmosphere that was here before has all but disappeared. There's something really disconcerting about how quiet Nikolai is. I wish he'd stop staring at me. No, keep staring at me. Keep staring at me. Well, if he's just going to stand there, maybe I can ask him some questions? I don't think Alexei will find any other clues on Misha's desk. Excuse me. I feel a bit silly trying to hold a conversation across the length of an entire room, but I prefer not to get too close to him. It's okay, don't be too scared. Alexei said he'd protect you if it came to it, remember? Pardon me, young lady. I don't believe I got what your relation to Alexei is. We're acquaintances. Or maybe more accurately, strangers turned jailbait companions turned investigation partners, I guess? Speed ran over the past few hours. Yeah, just acquaintances? And here I thought we were friends already. Oh, sure then. We can be friends. Don't sound too excited, jeez. Friends. I see. He seems a little shocked at my answer, as if the fact that Alexei has friends outside the gang comes as a surprise to him. I guess he really doesn't know about the guys at the hideout. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions? Very well, but I will not answer anything I deem detrimental to the boss. Oh, this guy's very loyal. If nothing else. I understand, thank you. I heard that the police found his fingerprints on a decisive piece of evidence Misha had in his possession. Any idea what it was, Alexei? I'd be surprised if Misha had anything that didn't have my fingerprints on it. We've known each other for a while. Can't just take whatever I want from his pockets at this point. That sounds fruity. Anyway, it was a letter. A letter? Well, that doesn't help at all. I get his mail at least once a week. No, I wasn't given any other information. Really? That's all they know? I thought it would be more than this, given how quickly they seem to turn on Alexei. Social doesn't care about the evidence. He was most likely just trying to cut me off. What do you mean? You probably assumed that Misha had been planning to betray the gang since his ring was gone, right? And since I'm closest to Misha, Sasha probably thought that either I actually did kill him or was working together with him. Either way, he just let the police take care of me. That is correct. This Sasha Dorla guy sounds like a fun guy to be around. Wait, sorry, is the ring you're talking about? Yeah, this thing. You never take it off voluntarily. Everyone knows that if you remove it, you no longer want to be part of the gang. Ah, so I was right. It must be the missing ring I noticed earlier. If the killer really did take the ring from Misha's body, then that probably means they know of its significance, right? I normally suspect a random robbery, but if it was the only thing taken, then it seems more likely that it was deliberately removed. Does everyone know about it? We don't go around advertising it, but it's not a secret or anything. Everyone sees us wearing the ring anyway, so I'm sure people can put together what it means. Dorla ring has been added to evidence. Why are you asking so many questions? Are you with the police? Oh, no. The air suddenly feels chillier. I think I pushed too far. He reaches down, maybe to pull out a weapon, and I instinctively take a step back. Alexei slowly steps forward and places himself between me and Nikolai. Stop trying to intimidate her, Nico. I won't allow it. My apologies. His hand drops back to his side, posture relaxing, and I can breathe again. You can apologize by answering her question. Very well. Alexei steps away and nods at me to continue. I quickly mouth thanks at him. The boss called me to Celestial at around 3 a.m. He spent most of the night in the private room with his favorite hostess while I drank with some of the girls outside. All of them have given their testimonies already. There was no footage of us leaving the club. The police have determined that we were not involved. So both of them have an alibi for the murder. I originally thought it could be them given Celestial's proximity to the crime scene, but if they were both witnesses all night, then it would have been impossible. Maybe it really was an issue with another gang. Perhaps Misha wanted to switch but then got killed while trying to do so? I can't really rule out that possibility since I'm not that knowledgeable about gangs in general. Maybe Alexei would know more. The sound of footsteps stopping up the stairs interrupts that train of thought. Is it Sasha? Is he here? Looks like we have more company. Any chance they're your friends? Would a lie make you feel better? Alright, so the situation is not looking good. I do not have orders to impede your escape, so you are free to leave. However, I will not be aiding you. I will not fight against the boss's allies without good reason. Isn't Alexei included in that as well? I mean, they're literally blood-related. Alexei doesn't look surprised, though. I guess it's another strange thing that's commonplace in this world. Alright, bye, Nella. Good night. Get behind me. Are you sure you'll be okay? It sounds like there's a lot of them. You gonna help? Throw some punches? I can probably knock one out if I use a chair. Maybe. Oh, the chair maneuver that y'all told me about. Let's see. As much as I'd like to see that, that's okay. You did all the work so far. This is my specialty now. Let me show off a bit, yeah? Alexei! How dare you come back, you traitor! You think we'd welcome you after you killed Misha? Get him, boys! Don't let him escape! A bunch of them crowd around the doorway, and some of them are even holding weapons. Is Alexei really going to be okay? There are so many of them. I turned to look at him, a little panicked, but he's still grinning and cracking his knuckles. A lot of confidence for a group who has never beat me before. Not even close. You're outnumbered! Even if it's you, you can't win against all of us. Yeah? Try me. Step back, girlie. It might get a bit bloody here. I nod and quickly move back. I'm self-aware enough to know I'd just be a hindrance. Good. Alexei stands between me and the rest of the crowd, rolling his shoulders casually. You! Alexei doesn't even give him a chance to finish his sentence before his fist flies out, colliding straight with the gangster's stomach. Is that all you got? And just like that, the floodgates are open. Several of them jump at him, and Alexei deftly avoids their punches. With unexpectedly graceful footwork, he sidesteps his incoming strikes and launches his own counterattacks. Nice water. I think I just heard something cracking. Oh no, he got hit. One of the gangsters manages to land a punch on Alexei's arm, but he just grins. With practiced ease, he grabs the other gangster by the wrist and throws him across the desk. The papers on it go flying, but Alexei doesn't waste a beat. He moves to the next target before they can even figure out what's going on. Whoa, he's good. I mean, I knew he was given his reputation, but it's better to see it with my own eyes. Suddenly, I notice a gangster figure up behind Alexei with a bat. He seems to be approaching Alexei's blind spot. What should I do? I quickly glance around and grab the closest thing to me. Get away from him! I fling the chair as hard as I can, which, admittedly, isn't very far. It hits the guy in the side, having lost most of its velocity over the flight, and the gangster stares at it with more confusion than pain. Ow, what the fuck? The guy suddenly drops to the ground, Alexei standing behind him with his fist outstretched. He lets out an appreciative whistle as he glances at the fourth chair on the floor. This your super special chair attack? Not bad for a distraction. Sorry, I can't just move on instinct. Yeah, we'll make a gangster out of you yet. Don't even joke about that. Anyway, you alright there? Yeah, what about you? Just fine. I'm not the one you should be worried about anyway. He gestures toward the room, and it's only then that I notice a bunch of people lying on the ground unmoving. This is all by yourself? Piece of cake. Didn't even break a sweat, honestly. There's a trail of blood going down his arm and a bruise on his cheek, but compared to all the other gangsters, he's relatively unharmed. The rumors don't do you justice. You really gotta stop believing those. Anyway, ready to go? There'll probably be some more people waiting for me downstairs, so I'll have to take care of them first. The thought of being near another fight frightens me a little, but it seems to be the only way out. Okay, let's just get this over with if you're sure you can handle it. I'm a little surprised by my lack of hesitation. I can't tell if it's because of the adrenaline or if I just feel safer now that I've seen Alexei's skills in action. Regretting choosing to come with me yet? Just a bit. Today's been the most action-packed day of my entire life. You're about to go to robot thing. That depends a lot on if you can get us out of here safely. Well, I shouldn't disappoint you then. I like when Nikolai just watched Alexei just beat the crap out of the gangster, just standing there. He probably went back to his hiding spot, to be honest. Back in the shadows. By the time we get to the hideout, everyone else is already back. Welcome back. Sammy's there to greet us when we return, so he makes a face when he sees the state we're in. There you are, we've been waiting for you two. Wait, what happened? Yuri, are you okay? Hello, I'm the one injured here. Does anyone care about me? You live. Ow, not if you keep poking my bruises, I won't. Oh, what the fuck? You precious ice pack. Did you really just slap me with it? Ran into trouble? A little bit, yeah. Some of the other gangsters found us while we were still there. Yeah, I think he went back to his hiding spot. You know where he was the entire time, just watching us, and he popped out and then just talked to us for a second, and he's like, I'm not gonna help you escape, but I'm not gonna stop you from escaping. Alexei took care of them, though, so everything's okay. I looked pretty cool, didn't I? My guess is that Sasha's playing 4D chess, because he's a gangster boss, so it's like... It's not the worst case for him for Alexei to be eliminated, but it's also not the worst case for Alexei to be innocent. Like, he's just playing both outcomes right now. I think that's what Sasha's doing. So Nikolai is just doing what Sasha tells him to do. That looks pretty cool, didn't I? Seems to have gotten his arm wrapped up, and there's a strangely cute band-aid taped on one of his fingers. You didn't kill them, did you?
쉿. 꼭 지금 대답하지 않아도
Why
돼요.
is that your first thought? I don't make it a habit of offing my coworkers. They're more useful to me as errand boys than that. Very altruistic of you. Yep, that's me, last year's community service winner. Well, I'm just glad you two are safe. What about you, Jem? Everything alright on your end? Yep, honestly, it looks like you guys have the most excitement out of all of us. I glance around at the others, and they do look like they managed to go through their own investigation without a hitch. If you're feeling up for it, should we share what we've learned, or do you need to rest first? Let's do it now. The threat of Thierry's magical ice pack has cured me. My heart's still thumping from the adrenaline. That was a little too close for comfort. Alexei hadn't seemed concerned at all, though. He had disposed of everyone waiting downstairs quickly and efficiently. He looked kind of cool back there. Not that I'll ever tell him that, of course. Very well, then I'll begin by sharing what I found. A letter was found in the victim's body that contained Alexei's fingerprints. I pull out my notebook and begin jotting everything down. And that settles it. He's the killer. I'm the designated mail boy. It'd be weird if my fingerprints weren't found. I don't know how games work, but isn't that supposed to be some lackey's job? Alexei likes doing that kind of thing. He's the one who cleans this place, too. Wait, really? A gangster who likes to clean? Don't tell me, it's because of some unresolved childhood trauma where he had to wipe with the blood of his family? I don't know what kind of backstory you're crafting for me in your head, but it's not that exciting. I had to work a lot of house cleaning jobs when I was younger in order to make money. Kinda started enjoying it after a little while. They were fine hiring you? Why not? I was just a normal teenager who was desperate enough to take any low-paying job. They probably loved that they could underpay me. That's the most relatable thing he said all day. May I continue? Yeah, sorry. Don't mind him, he's just jealous he doesn't know how to use a mop. Isn't it pretty self-explanatory? As I was saying, there was an envelope found in the victim's body with Alexei's fingerprints on it. There was a card inside that contained a smiling mask and Rose logo. Wait, what? It's a Blackthorn case? Supposedly. Why did they arrest me then? It sounded like the police wanted to frame this as a copycat. Not only that, there was an anonymous tip that claimed that they saw you near the crime scene. Sounds like I have a big fan. Sorry, can I ask what a Blackthorn case is? Thierry, can we tell her? It might be hard to continue the discussion if she doesn't know. He's really thinking about it. Whoever or whatever this Blackthorn is must be a pretty big deal. This is to remain top secret. Of course, Blackthorn is a serial killer. They're the vigilante type who targets corrupt individuals. Sorry, what? The words that come out of his mouth are so out of nowhere, I almost think I've misheard him. The government keeps their existence a secret to prevent public support. But to be honest, there's not much we know about them. They rarely leave behind any clues. All you can know is that this is their signature. They leave a copy behind in every crime scene. Set a copy to your phone. A smiling mask and a rose. Have I seen this before somewhere? It looks vaguely familiar. Gotta play the Italian tango music. What was that? Do you have any other questions? I take another glance at the card, but nothing else happens. What was that all about? It's just like when I tried to think of the vision thing this morning. Does that mean it's related? Detective. Oh, sorry, yeah, we can move on. I feel like I just got a whole bunch of information dumped on me with no explanation. It's hard to process this quickly. I should ask later though. I don't want to waste any more of the time. Blackthorn card has been added to evidence. Anyway, can we really not clear Alexei's name even with the card? They have no proof it was a copycat. I believe a discussion should still be worthwhile. I have a suspicion that the police merely needed someone to arrest, and Alexei was the easiest target. If we offer them new possibilities, they may be inclined to drop the charges. Remember, we are not the official investigators of this case. We do not need definite proof. Our objective is simply to get them to continue investigating from another angle. I see. So the goal is this time isn't necessarily to figure out the killer's identity, but rather to come up with a possible solution that Alexei couldn't be responsible for. That is correct. It would also help me to build an ironclad case. If I bring up Blackthorn without any other evidence, they will spend the entire time trying to poke holes in my argument. I noticed this earlier as well, but Prince Thierry doesn't seem to have much control over the police higher-ups. Besides, I'd love to find out who it was that sent that anonymous tip-in. Maybe even send them a little thank you note for their troubles. It appears that, and the fingerprints were the basis for Alexei's arrest. If we could learn more about those, then it could be to our advantage. You guys are right. Sorry. It's cool, Jem. I know you're looking out for me. As for me, Sasha seems to believe Michel was trying to betray the gang. His ring was gone and all that. Could it have been a robbery? Michel has a lot more valuable stuff. I think it's more likely the ring was taken on purpose. Makes sense. That's it for me. Can I go next then? Sure, go ahead. I got a picture of the crime scene. The body was gone by the time I got there, but another officer gave me the photo. I think the problem with this picture showing up like 3 times is that didn't Sammy have a digital version of this thing? Or no? He was found in the dumpster. Yep, he was apparently sitting right on top of the garbage bags. The person who discovered the body saw him right away after he lifted the dumpster lid. Maybe they jumped and dumped him. I got the luminol testing results earlier. It seems like they didn't find large amounts of blood anywhere in the alleyway. I suppose that means he was killed elsewhere and brought there specifically. No traces of blood has been added to evidence. Oh, and the doors at the back of that alleyway don't open, so it's basically a dead end there. Locked doors has been added to evidence. And I also went digging through the trash, but I didn't find anything. Trash bags has been added to evidence. Can I see that? The picture? Here you go. Sammy takes the picture and starts wiping at it with his sleeve. Oh, what are you doing? I thought it was a stain, but it's not. He points at the front of the dumpster, where there looks to be a strange white mark right here. Guys, right here. It's faint, but appears to be some sort of marking. Paint, perhaps? It appears to be faded, however. Faded. It was raining earlier today, so maybe it's slowly washed off then? Oh right, I think it did rain a bit before I met up with Fio this morning. Strange mark has been added to evidence. One more thing. I noticed the hotel's balconies were lined up right above the dumpster. Maybe they used that to escape somehow? Hotel balcony has been added to evidence. Wow, you did a lot. Good job. Thanks! Well, while you were out frolicking, I was busy working as slowly as possible. So he says, but I can see the computer screens behind him with footage of the alleyway, all at various moments in time. He's clearly been working hard. Here, the security logs from the camera at the front of the alleyway. But the cameras don't show what was going on inside. No. Of course it couldn't be that easy. Alleyway camera log has been added to evidence. Oh, and there's a diagram of the overall layout. Diagram of the crime scene. That's evidence. Why are the dumpsters drawn so big? Oh right, I suddenly remember something while looking at this. There was a posted schedule near the dumpster that said they collected garbage every Tuesday at 9 AM. Garbage collection schedule has been added to evidence. In that case, that must be person B in the law. Sorry. Here. He also shows us the video footage. A garbage collector can be seen walking into the alleyway, emptying out one dumpster before leaving. Is that all for the findings? Shall we start discussing properly now? Okay, I think I've jotted everything down in my notebook. I should check the evidence if I want to reference anything. Wait, one more thing. Was the luggage person D had big enough for a body? Alexei. Oh? He looks a bit out of it. It's only then that I realize he hasn't spoken in a while. Are you alright? Yeah, just peachy. You lie to the cops with that poker face? Yeah, actually. Says a lot about them, doesn't it? Clearly you're feeling well enough to be making quips. Should I get you something to drink? A quick breather? Beer? Juice? That sounds good too. Thanks, Jem. Jem zooms off towards the kitchen and we take a small break. Sammy and Prince Dieri seem perfectly content to sit in silence, but I'm still a little worried, so I glance over at Alexei. His back is to me, and I wonder what kind of expression he's currently making. What can I say, though? Does he even want to hear anything from me? I'm just an outsider here. I'm sure he'd rather be comforted by someone he knows about, that he cares about. I reach forward, just tug on his sleeve, and ask if he's okay. Uni? Yeah, she tries too hard. It feels like a chore talking to her. She's kind of annoying, you know? Always so nosy, butting into other people's business. She really needs to learn to stay in her own lane and stop prying. My arm falls back into my lap. I shouldn't overstep. I can't bring myself to say anything, and Jem returns with a glass of juice before I can convince myself otherwise. Part of it is I keep putting the mic down because I don't have a mic stand. So at some points I put the mic down to rest my arm and then pick it back up. So when I pick it back up, my sound is clearer. And when I put it down, my sound is softer. Just to let you know. Alexei finishes the cup quickly, wiping his hands on his pants before sitting up. Okay, break time's over. What were we talking about? I can't tell if he's actually feeling better or just pretending, but he seems eager to move on in either case. I hope he's not pushing himself. Luggage. Body. Sammy pulls up the footage again and slants the screen at Alexei's. You hold the mic the whole stream? Not the entire screen. I don't know what the problem is then. It might just be a you problem. Sammy pulls up the footage again and slants the screen in Alexei's direction. No, it doesn't look big enough. Well, not unless the corpse was chopped up. Didn't ask. I'm just being thorough, leaving the boulders unturned and all that, Rhea. Please just stop talking. Nisha hasn't been seen entering the alleyway, right? How did his body magically appear in the garbage then? None of the people who entered during the time frame seem to be carrying the body either. That seems to be a good place to start. Let's begin the discussion from there. Oh my gosh, there's another minigame. Okay. Our first question is, how did the body enter the alleyway? Thinking about what we know so far, there's only one area it could be. It has to be the balcony, right? If the front of the alleyway is covered by the cameras, and the doors in the back are locked, then the only way in it is from above. That makes sense. In that case, we should next consider how the body was brought in from above. The culprit flew. Elaborate. The culprit brought the body down and then grew wings and went flip back to the balcony. Ah, I see. Maybe they tied a rope to him and lowered the body that way? Or perhaps they simply dropped the corpse. What do you think, Detective? What do you think, Detective? There are a few theories proposed, so let's get some more information out of them. Characters participating in the discussion segment will have colored icons. Click on them to hear more about their theory. If you believe a certain theory is correct, press the submit button on their character statements. Story mode is off by default. You can turn it on in the settings and the correct answer will always be marked. Okay. These two are the possible choices. I think the rope idea doesn't really make sense because we don't have... There's no way that he was able to untie the rope and then pull it back up because there's no rope in the crime scene. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. The thought fall back on these roundabout dumpsters. There are no signs of fall damage though, right? That was true. They would have needed something to cushion the fall. Okay. The alleyway is quite open. Anyone could have seen the body being lowered. Maybe just move quickly? Okay. I think he was dropped because there was garbage underneath, but that could have cushioned his fall. Would the body dropping not make noise? It's loud enough around the area that a singular dump shouldn't cause such much commotion. I see. It's still the question of what they use to prevent fall damage. Garbage. They could have used the garbage bags to cushion the fall. That would make sense. They would help reduce the sound of impact as well. Oh, you're right. There are still some trash bags in the right dumpster. You can see them in the crime photo right now. Huh? Is there something wrong with what Jem just said right now? Yes. That is a little weird. Which part? Wasn't he in... Wait. They would have collected the garbage. Isn't it weird that the trash bags are still there? The garbage collectors should have emptied them this morning, right? Yes, it is too convenient to mock this as a coincidence. There's a reason why that dumpster wasn't empty this morning. Maybe you can ask the garbage collectors? They have already been spoken to. They claim not to remember. Sus. Perhaps, though given the amount of work they have to do, I'm inclined to believe them. Maybe you should hire more people. Thank you, Sammy. That does not go above or below your suggestion to make doxing people but only the annoying ones legal. Below, obviously. Well, if you won't be getting anything from the garbage collectors, why don't we operate on the assumption that the culprit arranged for it on purpose? They must have done something to the right dumpster to prevent it from being emptied. Yep, the question is what? Do you have an idea? Maybe it was disguised as something else. What do you mean? Take cosplaying, for example. Sometimes I don't get all the details correct when making costumes. But people generally recognize a character as long as they have the most distinguishing features. So maybe the culprit was able to dissuade the garbage collectors from opening the right one because it seemed like something else instead. Oh, so as long as they didn't think it was a dumpster, they wouldn't touch it. Exactly. It would also have to be something that's not considered out of place either. I like to think they would have remembered seeing something such as a grand piano, for example. Why a grand piano? It's a bit hard to figure it out since there weren't any clues left behind. Wait a second, I don't think that's entirely true. There was that weird mark. Oh yeah, that white thing. I'm still not exactly sure what it's supposed to represent. Graffiti, perhaps. Don't know why they choose to spray a little white thing on the dumpster when they have a whole canvas around them. So we're trying to figure out what it could have been disguised as, yeah? Yes, do you have any suggestions? A giant water cooler. Maybe a recycling bin? It has a similar shape, right? It could have also been a portable bathroom. It seems to be all over the place this time. Portable bathrooms, normally vertical, are they not? Because the dumpsters in the alleyway appear to be horizontal. You'll have to figure out a way to change it. Oh, yeah. Yep. Ah! Recycling bin, giant water cooler. They do share a similar shape, right? That's true, though they're usually blue. I think there can be many different colors, including green. Blue is just the most common. Hurry up and make it illegal to use non-blue ones. I will make sure to prioritize the legislation of recycle bin colors over all the other issues we are currently facing, yes. Sounds like someone might have died because of it. How does that make you feel, Your Highness? That someone died because of a serial killer, actually, which happens to be one of the aforementioned issues I mentioned. Are you thirsty or something? No, wait, he's onto something. The shape is similar if you squint. And the ice in it would be good for throwing off the time of death. Case closed. And that's not really where I was going with that, but sure. There's no sign that the body was iced. Rat. Rolled again. Okay, we're gonna go with the recycle bin. I think a recycling bin is the most likely possibility. So the mark is supposed to be a faded recycled sign, right? Seems easy enough to disguise. The garbage collectors came at 9 AM this morning as usual. Perhaps they were new, or perhaps they simply didn't remember there were supposed to be 2 dumpsters. Even if they did remember, they probably just chalked it up to bad memory. It's not that surprising to find a recycling bin next to a dumpster. They really went through that much trouble just so the body wouldn't have any fall damage? It does seem like a lot of work just to do that. I wonder if there's any other reason they had to make the garbage collector leave the dumpster alone. It was so they could hide something behind the dumpster. This is probably dumb, but also they could have just hidden something inside a dumpster too, right? Am I finally right? Well, it's worth considering. What did you have in mind? It has to be something skinny enough to fit back there, right? You can always move it. Which eliminates me from the possible suspect, by the way. My arms aren't moving anything. No one thinks you did it, Sammy. There are wheels on it, though. I think anyone could have moved the dumpsters. Maybe I did it then. It's a bit too obvious, right? Sometimes the most obvious answers are the correct ones. Well, I think it would be easier to figure out what exactly they were trying to hide. This one I'm not sure. I think... Oh, it's the correct answer! Should I just go on? So this is the correct answer. Okay. Then I turn off story mode again. It just didn't sound right that they would move it and then move it back. Anyway. I think they did all just so they could hide something in a dumpster. Yeah, like what? The body. By throwing off the time to discover, they could give themselves an alibi if needed. So you're saying the garbage collectors emptied out the left one without realizing there was a body right next to them? It's possible. The lid covering it helped hide it from view, and bodies don't start smelling that fast. Even if it did rot a little, the trash probably would have helped mask the scent. In that case, there's really only one person who could have set this up. It probably has to be person A. They were the ones who could have set up the recycle bin trick before trash collectors came. Sammy, is there any way you can ascertain their identity? No, the video quality is trash. That's alright. I suppose what we have now is enough for me to reopen the investigation. I imagine they'll want to thoroughly investigate the hotel cameras and see whose room that balcony belongs to. I'll also have them conduct a test of the white mark on the dumpster. Does that mean Alexei's innocent? Ideally, yes. I'm sure I'll hear some complaints that he could have been person A, however. I was with the gang most of the morning before I stepped out to get coffee. Given that A had already done their thing before then, I should be cleared, yeah? Please tell me your alibi isn't the Dola gang. You offering to validate my alibi next time? Fine. I will do my best to convince the chief that you lot are trustworthy enough. I don't think you're that much of a miracle maker. Phew, and that's that. A lot of circumstantial evidence, but I think it sounds plausible enough. Besides, we're not that many investigators on the case anyway. If this helps Prince Thierry get a more detailed investigation done, then that's enough for me. How are you going to present the information, though? I thought you couldn't act like you're helping Alexei out. That's where I come in. I'll bring it up with the deputy chief. She'll know what to do. You can do that? She likes Jem for some reason. She always listens to his suggestions. She is one of the few on the force that I have no issues with. She's just biased. I think I'm allowed to be a little biased since she's thrown me behind bars at least 10 times already. 11 actually, counting this morning. Sounds like a you problem. Anyways, seems like there are still a few unsolved mysteries. Like what? Sorry, I keep burping into the mic. Anyway, like who called the cops and said I did it, and also who sent me that text. Surely there are more important things to worry about. No, how am I going to pay them back if I don't know who they are? An eye for an eye, as they say. I will pretend I did not hear that. That reminds me, the Blackthorn card also mentioned a warehouse. I believe that maybe will be worth looking into it again. Got it. I'll get a couple of the guys to search around the area. Search around the area. I wonder why Misha's ring was taken, why he was even targeted in the first place. We went through everything so fast that I didn't really have a chance to stop and think about it. But is there really a government secret serial killer roaming the streets that the majority of the population doesn't know about? It's almost hard to believe. Misha's done plenty of things to get himself targeted. The only suspicious part of this is I would have thought they'd go after me or Sasha first. Maybe they thought it'd be harder to kill you two? Yeah, probably. But Misha's no slouch either. They managed to take him out, and I hate to say it, but I probably underestimated them. The air is heavy with sounds following Alexei's statement. It's one thing to hear about a random serial killer, but it's another to see the people around you actually affected by them. It feels so much more real. We'll be okay. Surprisingly, it's Prince Thierry who breaks the silence. We have a hacker, a master disguiser, a detective, and me, of course. He included me. You're really going to leave me off, even though I was the main character this time? My apologies. We also have a troublemaker convict over here. Well, that's better than whatever you called me last time. What was it again? Egomaniac gangster? I don't even know what that means. Take a guess. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yeah, pot meets kettle theory. No, that one's definitely wrong. The air shifts just as quickly as before, and the ominous atmosphere disappears. Prince Terry sits on the couch as the boys bicker back and forth, arms crossed and a scowl on his face. But there's no bark behind his words. He managed to shift the mood with just a few words. As effect of the Crown Prince. Well, I would love to stay and chat, so I believe it's time for me to get going. Jem, accompany me? Of course, 1 second. Jem jumps off the couch and runs off to retrieve his disguise. Yeah, it's Sammy's house though, it's not really a hideout, is it? Prince Thierry stands up and makes to go after him, but Alexei stands in his way. Hey, I'm counting on you. There's a serious look on his face, and he speaks in a tone quieter than I've ever heard him use. They stare at each other for a few seconds, wordless communication between them built on years of trust, and I'm suddenly reminded of what they said back in the cells. Long story short, a lot of people would be happier if we didn't get along. It would be too much power if we were on the same side, and that would only attract enemies. It's easier if we just didn't associate with each other in public. I've always thought that friendships needed to be showed off, that they only became real if other people saw and validated. But I can see now that that's not always true. I've known these guys for a short while, but even I can tell that they're really close. Ash, this is your shit moment. I'll take care of it. Who do you think I am? You can take me later by buying my drinks. Not sure why the literal prince of this country is mooching off from me, but okay. He huffs in annoyance, moving away with his hand in his pockets. And just like that, the moment is over. I'm ready to go, Thierry. Wonderful. Alexei, they may summon you later once they've done the investigation, so be ready to go. Aye aye. Ugh, Kiara's gonna chew my ear off, isn't she? Considering how much extra paperwork you've made for her, I believe she has earned that right. She should be angry at you instead. I was perfectly content just chilling in my jail cell. You were just trying to help. You know they would have tried to pin more things on you if you stayed there. Stop being logical, Jem. That's what I'm here for. Alexei rolls his eyes, but he gets the last laugh as he puts Jem in a headlock, ruffling through his hair. I laugh as I watch Jem try to free himself, soaking it all in. That was fun. It wasn't even just the detective part. Hanging out with all of them was really enjoyable. I have a hard time clicking with anyone who isn't Fio, but this felt natural. Being a little bittersweet, I stand up. Bathroom? Oh no, I should probably go. Do you have something to do? He seems to have managed to free himself from Alexei's clutches, though his hair is still a bit messy under his cap. Not really, I just... let her go if she needs to. It'll just be boring administration stuff for the next few hours anyway. You'll be at the celebration later though, yeah? We're gonna chill and have some drinks. Ah, okay. I'm invited? Yeah, you helped out too, didn't you? Did you think we'd ask for your help and then dump you after it was over? Isn't that normally how this works? You seem to have others' expectations though, just by the looks they've given me. Well, I can't deny that I really do want to spend more time with them. Besides, I still haven't figured out what to deal with that vision yet, so the most logical course of action would be to stick with them for a little bit longer, right? Yeah, that sounds good, even if they eventually get tired of me. As long as they manage to solve this mystery, then I'll be satisfied. Well, I'd like to stay if you have me. Okay, I am going to stop here. I am tired. I think. Actually, no, let's go until they leave the place, maybe? Yeah, good. I don't want to feel right about you leaving before I can play you back. Jem, do you mind getting the call first? Huh? Okay, sure. See you later, Uni. Promise. Okay, I promise. He runs off with a goofy grin on his face, and I can't help but smile. Detective. You stayed behind to talk to me? Hi, Prince Thierry. Thank you for your help. I'll admit that I hadn't anticipated it going quite so smoothly. Oh, it was thanks to all of you. I really didn't do much. Please don't undersell yourself. We couldn't have done it without you. So thank you. And I apologize for not treating you very kindly up until now. No, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. I'm just glad I could be of help. Yes, and I am very grateful for your assistance. Hey, good for you. Looks like you passed this test. Alexei. Oh, no, it's okay. I kind of assumed it was a test anyway. Thierry, the car's out front! Jem's voice echoes from the entrance, but Prince Thierry surprisingly seems reluctant to leave. You should go, Prince Thierry. I should. Then I'll see you tonight at the Celebration Detective. I'll be delighted if you could join us. Okay. I wonder what their parties are like. I've only gone to a handful in college, usually when some classmates force me to go, but I don't think it'll be anything like those. Excellent. Please feel free to rack up the bill as much as you'd like. Alexei's paying. What? If it weren't for us, you'd be in jail. You're welcome, by the way. Seriously? Seriously? The sight of the notorious evil gangster floundering around makes me laugh, and I can't resist joining in on the ribbing. Well, if Alexei is paying, I really have to go. See, even she's looking forward to this now. You wouldn't want to disappoint her, would you? Fine, I'll pay this time. You win. Laugh it up while you can. Don't think I didn't notice you weaponizing her against me already. Weaponize? What a cruel thing to say about a new acquaintance. Just shut up and go already. Let me wallow in misery and mourn my wallet. Collapses onto the couch and waves Prince Thierry away. Very well. I wouldn't want to keep Jem waiting. Please get to the car. As soon as you get to the car, I will save and close stream. He gives me one more nod before turning on his heels and leaving. And there he goes. Alright. I'm going to save here. I'm probably going to finish the rest of the demo off stream. But it was nice playing it. Hopefully I'll do more routes. But yeah, it was nice playing the game. During one of the routes, meeting Nikolai. Based on my reactions though, my favorite so far, I think it's still I like seeing Nikolai, right? And I kind of joked about it, but at the same time, I don't know much about him. As Mari said, I've only seen 5 lines, right? So, but the 4 guys, I think it's still between Thierry and Jem. So that's my 2 picks, and I have to figure out which one is which. So I'll probably play the routes offline for both of those 2 and see how it goes. But yeah. So I can't pick a color yet. I'm sorry. But it's between 2 though. Poor Sammy and Alexa have been eliminated from the ranking. So yep, it was fun seeing a more expanded demo and more of the setup for Uni going to the jail and stuff like that. So that was good. Alright. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Thank you so much for the subs and the follows. And I will be getting ready to go to sleep now. Good night, everyone.